Welcome back to another episode of the Scale of Fate. Uh, Back with Party A. Um, should I do the recap, or does one of you want to do it?
Um, Basically, to sum things up, uh, we went to sleep, and now we're awake.
We went to the Bubble City.
All right, let me let me give an in-depth thing then.
We talked to King Ghidorah.
So after you guys finished your trek through the mountains, after your little attack by the Sarthstaagian soldiers and sniper, and the little incident that Kellic had in that situation, you guys arrived to the war camps outside of the dome that surrounds the city of Stone Farm. Speaking with the prince as well as the archdruid of Almoria by the name of Salazar. Um, and in addition to that, you also did a bit of shopping and getting a couple of items from the various merchants and guild members who had arrived to assist the army before, as you were talking to the prince and the archdruid, getting transported into the dome. And upon arriving within the dome, you discovered that the one that was the cause behind the dome was the three-headed dragonborn by the name of Callista. Or at least that's what you know her by. And after a brief conversation, Orion walked off with her while the rest of the party, minus Kelder, was sitting by the cart that had been teleported in by her. And she led him to this very nice estate within the town, fairly guarded by a large number of kobolds who seem to be doing various tasks around and within this estate. Before entering an office where there was one kobold in a odd bucket helmet, standing within the thing that looked like he had just dropped something on the ground. And that's where we left off. So we'll start with Orion to start this off, because it only makes sense. I think it only makes sense to have you start.
So where we left off was I was going towards the estate, and I found this weird little creature with a bear pelt and a bucket on his head.
In Callista's office.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm gonna walk in a little bit. I'm gonna knock on the door and be like, excuse me, Callista.
Well, you're walking in with her. You don't need to do that. You walked in with her.
Okay.
You were walking behind her. She opened the doors. You saw this kobold who was cleaning up a bit of broken glass on the ground. Not doing a great job at it, but it was just kind of But she walks in and kind of goes over to him and says something to him and kind of shoos him away from the glass before cleaning it up herself.
Well, Callista, I'm really just looking for a shooting range because I got this rifle that I want to try to practice at. Is there a shooting range anywhere nearby?
You could probably go out into the field. I don't think any of the farmers are out now.
I'm sure they evacuated when they saw the giant bubble.
No, the ones that are within the bubble are off at the moment. They seem to have already tended to their crops for the day.
I gotcha. Well, I might head that way, but first I gotta ask, what the fuck is this thing in your office?
Oh, and she gestures to the kobold. She says, "He's an interesting one that I acquired. One of my favorites, to be honest. They all call him Rat Dog, which I understand why.
It's a very interesting name. Is he like the top dog around here, or what's going on?
One could say that. He's often the one who sticks around and assists me with things. He's the one that I keep close if I need a certain task done."
Well, I think I'll go head to the shooting range.
All right. Do you need anyone to be sent out with you, or?
I should be fine.
All right. Well, if you need anything, you know where to find me.
Yeah, I'll call upon this little rat dog creature you have here.
Kind of gives you one of the heads gives you a nod as the other two seem to have already preoccupied themselves with something on the desk as she's kind of like moving around it.
Yeah, I'll just head to the shooting range and start practicing.
Okay, so that was quick little thing.
Yeah, I wasn't. I was like, how do I get the rat dog to talk here? But I have no idea what to say. I was
You're
like,
good. He probably would have been standing there awkwardly in the room anyways, like not sure what to do himself because he's not
eating glass.
Yeah, eating a piece of the glass that he picked up.
You just hear crunching noises. What the fuck? What the fuck's in your mouth?
You hear Calista go, "Oh, good God, not again."
What does rat dogs smell like?
Dog,
Dead
rat.
bear.
Dead bear. Oh yeah, you never tanned the bear skin.
No, it's a freshly peeled bear skin that he's wearing.
I would have to say Callista probably would have fixed it, but it probably would still have a stench to it.
Yeah, it probably doesn't smell great.
All right. We'll jump to Calder real quick because where he left off, it's a very ideal moment for him. So Calder, you stand upon one of the kind of the cliffside, looking down over this dome. Jabber's by your side, kind of standing there awkwardly. What would you like to do?
Go ahead and head down the cliffside and head over to the prince, or like near the prince or the centaur that they were talking to when they
Yeah,
blipped
you
in.
saw they're still standing there, like talking to each other. And they seem extremely confused.
Mhm.
Jabber's just kind of quietly walking beside you, kind of. He's once again, as he used to do in the past, clutching that golden loot in hand.
Yeah.
But you go up. They don't seem to notice you as you come towards them. I will say there are a bunch of people that are in the camp who do kind of like shoot you glances and stuff, or like curious of like where you came from, but
Like,
don't.
who's this guy that's just kind of walking up?
They don't seem to stop you in any means because you don't look like you pose any kind of threat to the camp. So
I'll walk up and be like, Prince, it's been a while.
he kind of stops for a moment, turns, and just says, "Calder, didn't expect to see you here, especially after your friends told me that you were elsewhere."
I did a little bit of research, and, well, to save you the boring stuff, my solo adventure has ended when I found Jabbers. And we're here to reunite with the rest of our party. I see there's a dome around, and your friend over here helped our party get through. Do you mind doing the same for us, or?
The centaur kind of turns towards you, looking at you kind of like in a way of like, "I didn't do that." And he says, "That actually wasn't me. We're not entirely sure how they got in."
Ah, I see. Well, pardon for my guess. I'll come back if I need any assistance. I'm gonna go see if I can get their attention. I'll like kind of nod, walk over.
I kind of give you a nod, watch you walk off for a minute, and then turn back to each other.
And I'll just start like,
Orion
against the toes. Dum 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 dum. Hey!
When you hit it, it does kind of throw
Flailing
your
about.
hand back, like with double the force that you're putting into it.
Oh damn!
And you do find like the first hit, you kind of find yourself stagger a little bit. You go back and do it again, and you're like you keep yourself from falling over, but it's like it's a little hard to like do consistent slams on this thing. There's a moment or two where you can see inside the dome like ever so slightly. It seems to be a bit opaque on this side, but you can like make out buildings, you can make out shapes and stuff. You do see what looks to be a cart with individuals around it. And as you are kind of like banging on this dome, and you kind of get to a point of like giving up, you feel your surroundings change, and you are standing within an office space.
Oh,
You guessed
I'll
into the
look for
principal's
Jabbers.
office.
And Jabbers is standing with you because he follows you, and he kind of tightens his grip and kind of almost shrivels up a little bit, like trying to make himself smaller. And the office you find yourself in is very nice, well furnished office. Looking around, there seems to be various interesting items upon the walls and the shelves. As you kind of turn your head to look behind you, because you are looking towards the exit of this office, you see sitting at a desk Callista, and a kobold off to her left, or the right, who is standing there awkwardly chewing on a piece of glass. She just kind of gives you a smile. One of the heads do. The other two seem to be looking down at papers that are in front of her.
So are we reunited now? Like everybody is here?
Kosho and Yotan are at the cart,
Okay, just making sure.
which is on the edge of town.
Yeah, Kosho didn't want to be anywhere near the scaly folk.
Didn't want to be anywhere near Callista. He didn't know about the kobolds, but he would not be happy here. But yes, Calda, you are standing before Callista, who is sitting at a desk, seemingly working on stuff, and the redhead is looking at you with a smile.
Hello? Hold on.
Did you walk away? Did I do my description and you walk away?
No, I got disconnected. My internet cut out.
Oh, I got no indication of that. How much did you hear?
I don't know how. Guys chewing on glass.
Oh, then you got
where it's...
you got far enough. So you know Callista's there. She's smiling at one of the heads is smiling
Yeah.
at you, the red one. The other two seem to be looking down at a piece of paper or like a series of papers that are in front of her that she's kind of shuffling through. The advantage of having three heads, you can multitask really easily.
Yeah. I'll say, well, thanks for helping me in. I'm just trying to get back to the party. You and I need to have a little chat later.
I assumed that much.
I found Titus.
Ah,
He told
finally
me
found
everything.
him. So then you remember me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
I
good.
just want to chat a little bit about some of the things that we did, because he explained why I couldn't remember, but other than that, I had very little time, so
Which
I had
is
to come back here.
That's understandable. There was quite a bit that we had accomplished with that lab.
Yes, but luckily for us, Jabbers was with him.
He kind of just gives a very shy wave towards her. She kind of gives him a smile and looks back to you. She says, well, if you're looking for the rest of your party, Orion went out into the fields, and the other two are on the edge of town.
Hmm. Okay, well, I guess I'll find the rest of them first and then hunt down Orion. And your name is, and I'll kind of like turn to the glass eater.
You want to do his voice, or you want me to do it?
I gotta remember what his voice sounds like, but I'm pretty sure it's
Like
like
Scooby-Doo.
it's like Red Dog.
Yeah, that's it. That was it. That was perfect.
He has blood coming out of his mouth because he's eating glass.
Yeah, that was his response to you.
Just pure baffled.
I'll be like, nice to meet you, rat dog. I'm Calder. I see you're one of Callista's acquaintances. I see, and I'll kind of turn to Callista and be like, is he okay to eat that?
He'll be fine. He's eaten much worse.
I see. Well, I'll have to bid you guys adieu, and Callista, I'll be in contact. A little one-on-one session, just to chat, might be in order. But for now, time to go say hello to the party.
Well, you know where to find me.
Of course. And I'll kind of like turn and open the door for Jabbers to go first.
And as you guys are going out, you barely
Roll.
notice this happen,
No.
but Tem kind of slips past you into the room.
Who?
Tem, the kobold you guys found.
Oh!
Yeah, Tem slips into the room past you, and you barely catch it. And it's like right as you are going to close the door, you get a glimpse of her like darting in. She's a rogue, so she's very quiet.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see her darting in, and then you hear kind of muffled on the inside. It sounds like her and Rat Dog are talking, and she sounds very excited on the inside of this office space.
When did we find her?
When you were heading to Zelder's keep.
She was the one that had killed a bunch of Sarthstaag people with their rapier.
Yeah.
This is after we encountered that first Sarthstaag Kenku, or was it an
No, it
Aarakocra?
was a. You guys had encountered the bugbear assassin.
Or Bugbear, my bad. Fuck.
I missed that session.
Big Claw Boy.
You were almost dead that session.
Yeah, no, I missed that session.
Oh, you're talking about the one afterwards. Yeah, I think you might have been gone for. No, you were there for it because you fell in the waterfall. you and Orion both fell in the waterfall. Tem was with you guys during that.
I remember that now. Okay.
But yes, that you did see that and hear that as you are kind of heading out of the building. And I assume you're going to find the rest of the party.
You're
All right. You two kind of making your way through the town. You kind of have an idea of where it was, considering you saw it. And being able to guess on where you are in the dome, it takes you a couple minutes, but you do end up finding the cart. Yotan kind of sitting on the edge of it. What was Kosho doing last? Was he just standing there, or was he sitting with Yotan?
So, let's see. I guess during this time, when Kosho awakes, he'll be going around camp, I guess, just to see whether or not he can gather information on where the king is.
Oh, you wanted
If he
to
is
exit the
around
dome.
well, wait, so I thought our cart was already outside of the
No,
dome.
the cart was brought in by Callista.
Oh, okay, never mind. Okay, then, yeah, I guess at this time I'll just wait until everybody comes out of her office.
Okay, so you're sitting with the cart with Yotan. Kellic is also with you guys.
Yeah.
He's sitting there. He was kind of fiddling with stuff that he has on him. There is a period while you guys are sitting there, he does end up kind of rolling up some of that
herb.
That herb that he has. I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head.
It's called marijuana, silly.
No, that's the real
Is there
holly
a,
leaf. He rolls up some of the holly leaf that he has and kind of begins puffing off that. Kind of sitting there relaxing with it.
is there like a sorry.
You're good.
Is there like a revealing type herb or drug that would like enhance an experience, for example, like memories or things like that? Like past memories, things like that.
I would say holly leaf would probably be the best one for it.
What are you, a reborn?
Because
I'm looking, well, because yeah, my character's a dead body from someone else, so
holly leaf is technically the one that would work. It may not work on you considering you are still considered undead. because you kind of require a beating heart. Your heart is not exactly beating.
Hmm.
Your heart's just
I
chilling.
have an idea. I have an idea.
Someone gives me CPR while
Is there
I
a pig
smoke.
nearby?
Is there a what?
Oh,
Is there a pig nearby?
God.
No.
I know what he's gonna do.
Can I go find a pig?
You could try to go find a pig.
All right. Yotan's gonna leave the cart and go find a pig.
I am confused on this, but all right. Roll a.
Well, I'm assuming Goliaths have like relatively similar anatomy to humans, right? And besides
Yeah, they're
being
a little hardier for certain
giant.
things, but yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so they're probably also pretty genetically similar to pigs. All right. So, that being said,
I'm frightened.
He's gonna go fuck a pig.
what am I rolling for this pig?
Perception.
Oh. Nat 20, which would be a 30.
30?
Oh
What?
God.
He smells
I
a pig from
materialize
3
a pig
miles
out of
away.
thin air.
Oh my
You
god.
end up finding on the edge of town. There's someone who has a pin of pigs that they're keeping. There's probably about 20, 25-ish pigs within this one area on the edge of town.
All right. I'll go and ask it how much a pig will be.
You're gonna talk?
He has to.
I'm just gonna walk up and hold up a finger and point to the pig. Not really that.
Okay. He kind of looks to you and kind of looks to the
Not
pig.
really that out there.
Kind of does a little bit of debating in his head and says, 20 gold pieces.
I'm gonna hold up a 1 and a 5.
Persuasion check.
Can I do an intimidation check?
You could. There is the risk, though, that you could also scare him
23.
off. He kind of.
It could have been a lot higher.
Yeah,
Is all I'm saying.
I know it could have. That's why I'm gauging the numbers here. He does kind of take a few steps back, and he kind of makes a gesture for one moment, and kind of goes in there and picks one of the pigs out and ties it up. Not hog tie, but ties it up with a rope around its neck or whatever to leash it. Brings it over. It's not one of the biggest pigs in there, but it is one that's
A hardy pig.
Yeah, it's a pig. And he offers it to you for the 15.
I'll just drop it in his hands, and leave with the pig under my arm. Now I have to look for. Is there any where would I?
You're about to do a transfusion.
Can I go to a
with
phylactery?
You're about to do a transfusion with a pig. Is that what's happening? Did I catch what you're doing?
Something similar.
Are we? Let me ask. Is this like the scene in Mad Max, the newer one?
No, this is like the scene in House where they hooked up a bitch to a pig and they beat its heart manually and forced Evan left.
Yeah.
They beat its heart manually and it was able to move the blood in. So essentially, I just have to hook up my system to its system, and it'll be able to push blood through both of our bloodstreams, and I can smoke holly leaf.
Okay.
All
to
this
make
for
your
weed.
to make your fucking veins larger.
This is.
No, I'm pretty sure a 13-foot Goliath, so my veins are pretty much the size of your fucking pinky.
Hot.
Yeah, for real.
You're not quite that size, but
I agree, Chris.
you're near 10 feet. You are tall. You are on the borderline of large. You are
I don't
a
know,
medium creature, but you are borderline large.
Okay, I don't know how tall I am.
Yeah.
Because sometimes it's 12, sometimes it's 10, sometimes it's I don't know.
You definitely tower over most people. There are a few.
Well, I'm supposed to be bigger than an average Goliath too.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, it's roughly just between 9 and 10 feet is because most Goliaths are somewhere between 7 and 8, sometimes lower, all the way down to 6. It's kind of their height, 6 to 8 feet, I think, is the range.
Let's look it up. Here, I'll look it up real quick so we can just get this out of the way.
But yeah, so
Between 7 and 8. Yeah, you're right.
yeah. I guess if you do a perception check, you have a chance of finding a place that might have stuff. If you do an investigation and you pass that, you are certain to find a place.
Okay. So I would be looking for. Does this city not have a fucking concierge or something? Like, where are the fucking people? Can I not ask some? No, I can't because I'm mute. God damn it.
The
Yeah, I
town.
really do.
So when you're
Perception
looking
check.
around the town, it looks like it's mostly like most of the stores here are guilds. A lot of the towns in Almoria,
So there would be a
most
medic
of the
guild.
shops are guilds. There would be.
Would there be a? Go ahead.
You would be looking for specifically probably a.
Healing guild or something like that. I don't
It
know.
would be like an alchemical guild where they would like they may dabble in like potions that use blood and stuff like that and things of that nature. Like there are places that would have the ability to pull blood from people or have the ability to do transfusions, but they wouldn't be like it wouldn't be like a hospital. They may have like a minor, like a not a minor. They may have like a doctor in town, but he may not have necessarily those kind of tools. Okay, so with 13, looking around,
You said or investigation.
yeah, or investigation. It was like picking in the beginning, but
Oh,
the
okay. No,
DC
go
for the
ahead then.
perception was lower than the investigation.
Okay, so you're willing to do it? Yeah. No.
Well, looking around, you don't exactly find a place that you think has the things you're needing. The closest one you do find that could have possibly looked like a potion shop, but like taking a glimpse inside, it's mostly the only really thing that you can see in here that like is remotely anywhere close is an alchemical stand, but it wouldn't work for transfusions. It's usually for pushing chemicals through while the potions are being brewed. It didn't look like they didn't look like they have any kind of like the, I guess, transfusion type equipment within this place. And this town
I
does.
am very large. I think they might be able to make this work. Like
Though the
I have a strong feeling they can do it.
those tubes don't bend, and
Yeah,
they don't exactly
I'm
punch
saying I
through.
tower over the tube, so if I hold my arm directly down.
Have you seen an alchemy set? Like, have you seen the tubes they use and stuff?
Yeah, but glass can also come to a pinch too. A lot of times it does. It comes to a pinch, and a lot of alchemical glass does, especially.
The issue would
That's what
have,
I was thinking.
yeah, the issue would be the pig. You're not the issue. The pig is the issue.
Oh, damn it!
You are easy to manipulate. The pig would be a little harder because it is a sizable beast.
Not sizable enough. All right. I'll let someone else go. My
Are you
fucking
just
quest
returning
is
to
not over yet.
the cart with the pig, or
Yeah, my quest is not over, but but it is over for now.
all right, Calder? You return to the
Yep.
cart to see Kosho and Kellic sitting at the cart. You see Kellic kind of off to the side, kind of. He's on his back in the grass, like still wearing his armor, but he's like laying in the grass, like staring up at the sky with a joint sticking out of his mouth.
Uh-huh.
You can see he's just kind of off in his own world, doing his own thing. Kosho seems to be kind of meditating in the back of the cart, kind of sitting there quietly, focusing.
I feel like my house is gonna burn down one day.
That's an odd thing to hear in the middle of a D&D session.
Did you say something with Kosho?
He's been private messaging me stuff.
Okay.
Okay, cool beans. Is it my turn?
You would be
Does
around this
anybody else
part.
have anything to do?
Around this part, it would be Calder would be coming up, but like, what were you trying to do specifically while you were meditating? Out of curiosity.
During this time, if I'm able to talk with Roshire, that would be splendid.
Okay. I'm
Just
not even going to make you
keep
roll
in
for
mind-
this because she is keeping close. Would you like to ask Roshire?
Where I can get educated. Because there are many spirits and many things that Kosho does not know about in this world. Such as, well, the funny little thing that's attached to him. And he's trying to, well, he basically wants to figure out how to identify these things and also how to get rid of them.
Unlike how she normally answers you, this time it's not exactly in words, more of imagery. And you get
I just
from
feel it in my chakra.
yeah, you kind of get the sensation that due to the origins of this thing that is around your neck, um, it's nothing that anyone here would know about due to it not originating from this timeline.
Fun.
And you do get the idea that in due time you will have the chance to essentially banish it,
Hmm.
but you have to be stronger
Okay.
first.
Oh boy. Yeah, okay. We will earn the will in order to break the will. Alright. Dick. Let's see. Anything else?
I will say during those images too, there are a few that slip in of your past that kind of slip in, not from her, but you guess from the thing that is haunting you.
Specifically, is
Which
it
it is
is it the water itself? Or is it the thing that is causing the water to flow? So to speak.
Are you talking about the memories that you're shown or the thing that's causing them?
The memories that are shown.
It's mostly like you get images of the deeds you had done as well as where your friends had ended up.
They ended up specifically.
In that,
What do you mean
in
by
that,
that? In battle or by
in,
drinking the water?
in the decayed, rotted state that they were in, that
Okay.
due to the insects that had imbued themselves into them.
Okay.
Jesus.
Did we ever have a solid number on how many people turned into divine fish people and then how many turned into rotten insect people?
It's unknown to you.
Okay.
You just know there.
That's fine.
There was quite a few that were the rotted.
I'm gonna assume that the high mystics turned into divine fish people and then everybody else turned into insect boys. That's probably the most realistic way to look at it. Um okay. Interesting. And somehow this thing originates from these moments.
You know it originates from your timeline, but you don't know where specifically or when.
Is he talking to someone like at the cart?
He is meditating, so it's all mental.
Oh, so it's in his head. Okay.
Yeah, I'm meditating with my patron, you know. My contractor.
Monks can have patrons too.
Okay. I guess the only other thing I'd ask is whether or not I'm on the right path right now, and if there's, I guess if there's any, I don't know. Hmm. I guess if there's any bad key in the area that needs remedying.
She gives you the idea that you are where you need to be at the moment. she also gives you the mention that there is something coming.
Okay.
And at that time, you hear footsteps kind of making their way towards you. Calder.
Have I been?
A-Train coming at
Damn
you!
it.
No.
I can't stop the A train, baby.
I'm just picturing Calder saying that, like slamming into Kosho, but Kosho doesn't move. Calder just falls over.
Bruh, don't run through me like that.
Wizard moment.
When the wizard slams
damn.
into the barbarian, it
Does he
takes
interrupt
damage.
my meditation? Because I had one more question.
You just hear the footsteps coming. You could still ask your
Okay.
next question.
Okay. Damn it, I fucking forgot it. Okay, never mind. I'll just whisper it to you later. Fucking brain
If I
fart.
made you forget, I apologize. But
No, it's okay. No, I just brain fart. Fucking lost track. That's okay. I'll ask it later.
All right. Anyways, Calder, you walk up to see Kosho meditating and Kellic puffing.
Hog.
What do you want to do?
I'll walk up and be like, hey, long time no see. And kind of go to do the handshake embrace with Kosho and Kellic.
Kellic kind of sits up a little bit, and you see, like, this is before you kind of even get the chance to do the handshake to him. You see him kind of get up, or lift his head up a little bit, and he kind of pauses, and you do see what is left of the joint fall from his mouth, and he like quickly gets to his feet and like rushes towards Jabbers. Completely bypasses you, like actually just goes straight past you and embraces Jabbers, who almost falls to the ground due to the force and lets out a half panicked caw due to the impact before just kind of accepting the fact that this is happening. Kosho, you are snapped back to reality by this.
Yes. Kosho will sit up. He'll break out of his trance, and he'll look over to the wandering wizard, and he'll shake his hand and say, "Hello there. Long time no see." We have quite a lot of festivities and events on our itinerary as of late. I'm glad that you're able to join us.
Yeah, I definitely have some information for all of us.
Splendid.
At least with at least for the stuff that I've been, questioning and keeping track of. A little bit of info about Sarthstaag, a little bit of info about some personal things. But it's been nice, but I think it was about time to get back to all of you guys. Where's Uriah? Oh, also I found Jabbers. Anyways, where's Uriah?
I give a small wave over to Jabbers, and I look back at Calder, and I say it's very likely that Orion is still with the dragon that lurks around here.
Callista?
Yes.
Oh.
I'd rather not be near her at the moment.
Well, that's of your own volition, and I understand that. I will say, I just came from her office. She was the reason why we were able to, me and Jabbers were able to get through the domes. So that's definitely odd. I could do a message spell, but that's just in case we need it. So
Very good.
So,
Yes.
is Calder within view of me?
You would probably be coming.
I just got.
You would probably be coming back roughly around this point.
Okay.
Calder just sees a giant run at him with
Like,
a
I
fucking pig,
get
and it's just
here?
like,
Like I'm
With a
getting
pig
here, or like
under
I'm
his
on the
arm.
way back?
You come at this point. You would come rounding, like you'd probably be 100 feet or so from the party.
Like, do I see him? Is what I'm asking.
Yeah, you would see him.
All right, I am full charging, like not slowing down, with a pig underneath my other arm.
Okay. Calder,
Do I see this?
you do.
I'm 100 feet away, so how soon does he see it?
I would say he would kind of get the sensation you are rushing towards him, probably about 30 feet.
I'll be like, okay. See that and just kind of like dodge and kind of like prepare myself, like lower stance, like football tackle is about to happen, and just be like, Kosho, little hand.
You're about to have the A
I don't
train
think
run on
he's
you,
slowing
baby.
down.
The real A train. Okay. Both of you roll dex.
God. 13.
Oh Lord, here he comes.
I am praying. I don't get trampled.
I'm lowering down to like pick him up. I'm not gonna trample him to death. That's gonna be no fun for anyone.
He's just gonna.
Wait, what?
He's just gonna reach down and just scoop me up, fireman carry.
Did you
immediately.
both roll a 13?
He just puts
Oh,
you in
did I
nice
need to
grade.
roll? No,
Oh,
that was
yeah,
my
you-
perception
Yeah,
check.
oh
Really.
yeah,
What do
no,
I
no,
roll?
Okay, you roll just a straight
Athletics?
dex check. No, dex
Okay.
check.
I roll against his dex check.
Yeah, you guys.
I rolled a
Okay.
13, dude.
I thought it would be athletics. A
I
4.
know I'm dead as shit.
I'm lumbering at you right now. Like I'm not. I'm like a boulder, just kind of just going in directions, just
He's moving too fast.
loosely moving in one direction. Like what's barely described as one direction. I'm going towards you.
I just like sidestep and Kosho's right behind me and just takes it.
Hold on, I have a question. So I miss him, but can he dodge out of my wingspan?
He would be able to duck underneath your arm.
Damn.
Like it would be a very close thing. Like he would feel the wind of you passing by, but other than that, like
Alright,
you don't
well-
make contact.
I stop, and I just power stance and fucking charge right back out in the other direction.
Oh no.
I'll say, whoa, okay, I'm excited to see you too. Please, 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 please. Please.
I'll stop within like an inch of him, like just barely,
Okay.
and I'll show him my pig.
Nice friend you have. Where did you get such a thing?
Well, I mean, I guess I would communicate that to him because he knows how to.
Yeah.
So essentially, what the plan is.
Like, I love how it's to counter, like, Jotun is like, well, now you see, theoretically speaking, the pig heart is genetically similar to the human heart. So I wish to do drugs, but I require a beating heart. And everyone else is just kind of like grunts, breathing, and like putting up his hand a little. Like, points and
There you
like
go.
holding up fingers and shit. And Counter's like, yeah, okay. That makes sense. I doubt that it'll work, but I guess it wouldn't really hurt you to try. Since, already dead.
And I'm pointing at my head to him, like implying there's something up there that I can't find.
Uh-huh. And what is wrong with your head? What's going on up there? Dreams, memories, anything like that? I don't know much about
I'm gonna
your
point to him when he says
situation,
memories.
and I'll be like, oh, okay, cool. I didn't. I don't really understand the full grasp of your whole situation. I'll like put up my hand to my face, like the mask, like your whole like mask situation.
And I'm just gonna shrug my shoulders at him. Because I don't know either. Like, I don't know. That's why I'm doing this shit. You really think I'd be doing this if I didn't go through all this trouble with this pig?
All right, understood. Okay, so I guess we'll find a spot and cut you open. You don't really bleed much, so it won't get too messy. Kosho, do you have any
He would
dagger?
have gotten the idea too. He doesn't have the exact resources to do it. He doesn't have like the transfusion gear.
Oh, we need
Right,
one of those
'cause-
pumps, don't we?
Yeah.
No, we just need
Or
a
a switch.
You just
No,
need,
we don't even need a pump. We just need a tubing.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we can start a vacuum pretty easily, and we don't even have to kill the pig. Which, if one of you kill this fucking pig,
We're taking its heart out. What the fuck are you talking about?
no, I don't have to. Its heart is still be beating. All I'm doing is essentially attaching an artery to an artery.
Okay.
He's just bleeding it. A little.
See. I do have knives.
What's the difference between a vein and an artery?
And I do have...
One leads back to the heart, right?
Where's
I believe an artery does.
There it is.
Yeah.
Alright, let's see.
I'm not a
No,
medical.
So
Artery-
yeah,
artery
I would
leaves
be
the
connecting
heart.
arteries.
Artery leaves
Yeah,
the
then
heart
I
and
would-
goes in.
Leaves the heart.
Yeah. 'cause
Okay, so then I would be
arteries
connecting.
bleed heavier.
So I would be
I
looking for a
guess.
vein then, because
Yeah.
I'm not looking for the blood leaving the heart. I'm looking for the blood moving into the heart. I would connect veins, and that's the pathway. Okay,
You would
just
essentially
semantics at this point. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I guess theoretically I can use control for flames to cauterize.
Damn,
with
it's
a
only
reduced
it's
flame.
almost like we have another healer that uses flames.
Yeah.
So we have a healer. Do they have a Do either of them have a medical kit?
No.
I have healing spells.
I have
haven't
PB
Alright,
Can
hands.
we
but-
all use a passive perception check? Can we all
Hold on,
individually
hold
use a
on.
perception check to find a medical guild or something?
Hold on. Pause. I do... I thought I had...
He's like, I do actually have a catheter, believe it or not.
It's just
That
it's
That wasn't
oddly
needed for the
specific.
procedure, but I just wanted to use one.
Yeah.
I have this one
No,
oddly
it's
specific item in my inventory.
Yeah.
No, because I typically have a lot of... shit, oh my god.
You guys have
I
never
typically have a
you
lot
guys
of
have never
different
looked for a
tools,
catheter
but-
or any of that shit, so like there's no reason you would
Well,
have
it's like
one.
I think he's trying to find a substitute because it's like you never know, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
You never know.
Because I have a 1 ounce ink bottle, an ink pen, some knives, some vials, potions, daggers, and some other stuff. So, like, yeah, we could jankly do it. Will it be fucking horrendous? Yes.
Yeah, like I said, let's just use our perception check. Try and find this shit.
I guess I'll pop a perception to see if they have a general goods store. Where I can
I'm not
get
trying to have an out of body experience. I'm trying to have a
8.
flashbacks and shit. Yeah.
8. I'm.
Yeah, you-
Well,
Alright,
can
we're
do,
looking
like,
again.
Here.
So whoever's looking with us, I would prefer if it was more than just me and Calder.
I rolled an 8 to look for a general goods store because I'm just gonna try and find like an alchemist kit or a what's the gear?
Wait,
why
I
did I
have
roll
an alchemist
investigation?
kit. Wait, does that have tubing?
I meant to roll fucking perception. Damn it.
Hold on.
Alright, I rolled 14 on investigation.
14.
I meant to roll perception, but that's my fault.
I'm looking for through all of the gear stuff.
I would say within this town, looking around, you would be able to find a store that has, you said you were looking for a general goods store, Calder.
Yes.
You would be able to find something like that. They don't have anything of that nature. They would have basic medical supplies, such as like wrappings and.
Catheters are basic metals from our
Hold on.
supplies in the hospital.
In the hospital, I'm talking about. I don't have one in my first aid kit. It's all bandages and wrappings.
Oh, I do.
Well, you have a fancy one. I don't even have a tourniquet. I just have
Yeah,
a
never
belt.
know.
You don't have a tourniquet, you're fucked.
As long as I don't get a huge open wound, I'm
You
I
good.
have
can
a-
always
I have
use
a
a
noose.
belt and a stick.
No, you're fucked, dude.
You
I
can just
know
use a
what
belt and a stick.
I know. Crocodiles live in your house, dude. They fucking
They live in my house. Holy shit!
Yeah.
I think Jared killed
Watch
them
out,
all.
bro.
Jared probably
Watch
killed
out
them. He
behind
lives
you.
in my walls.
Yeah, he eats them.
That's how he's been surviving in
That's-
my walls.
Yeah, that's how he's been here for so long.
That's how he
Just
survived.
knock on the walls and tell him to start paying fucking rent, or else or else you're
Hey,
gonna starve him out.
If he's killing the crocodiles, though, I don't need to pay rent. I'm good. He doesn't need to pay rent. He's good. He's protecting me. Anyways, yes, you'd find like a general goods store. Like within the store, it would be just like a human man kind of running this like small store. It doesn't seem to have like a whole lot in it. This town does seem to like be lacking in a few resources, but there does seem to be
Yeah.
like in the case of like medical supplies, it's mainly like wrappings, and there is like some things to make like a makeshift splint with. It's nothing like super advanced by any means, but like
Are there any like tubes? at all? Piping?
there's no tubing unfortunately here.
Okay. Does the only thing I can think of as a substitute is creating one out of a thick plant, because its center is, for carrying water throughout the body.
Mm-hmm.
So if we had a way to like get a stem of a plant long enough, we could theoretically
You would
use
technically
that.
need two.
Yeah,
Because you need an import and an outport.
one in, one out. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, I don't know if we're gonna be able to do this now. Trying to think of stuff.
I will say, while you guys are kind of moving around town, actually, Orion, you're just practicing with the gun out in the field, right?
Yeah, just let me know if I have to roll anything for it.
I would say roll one like dex, like roll the same modifier you'd use for your crossbow, minus your proficiency. So I think it's actually it would just be your dex is what you would add.
Oh, I'm not proficient, so it's just straight
It would
plus
just
3.
be just a straight +3. Roll that, and then use how many bolts do you have in total?
Where is it?
I think you had quite a few.
I have 30.
30. Spend 10 of those to do this practice. And then tell me what you rolled.
I got a 14.
14. You're beginning to feel kind of like you're feeling that it's very similar to shooting a crossbow. The kick is what's really kicking your ass at the moment right now, though. Like you're not quite hitting your target like you want to. You're missing ever so slightly because you tense up before the shot goes off. But you do feel like you're getting a bit comfortable with it. The rest of you would hear gunshots in the distance, by the way, too. Like, as you guys were going around town, you would hear these shots off in the distance. I would say roughly around the point that you would be leaving this general store. You would also hear commotion going on outside of the dome. Mostly with the sound of armor shifting, weapons being... there's a few weapons that are clanging together. Not necessarily in like a battle way, but like There also seems to be like a bell ringing and a lot of shouting. Orion, you'd be able to see this. You see a lot of troops moving towards the western side of the dome. As
Dope.
well as you see the king and the prince leading them, not on horseback or anything, but running with them towards this front of this dome. You don't see anything towards the west yet, but you do see them kind of moving into a position. What would you guys like to do? All of you separated.
I'm gonna follow the king.
Just
I'll stay in the dome, but I'll follow along and just kind of keep watch.
okay.
So I'll fly up. I'll fly up and kind of go roof to roof.
You're on the middle of a field, so like
I'll just fly towards.
you're just
the
flying
dome.
along the top of the dome without going out of it.
Yep.
Okay. What about the rest of you?
If we see that, can I perception check to see if I recognize it as Ryan's stuff?
Yeah, roll perception.
You didn't know I would have a gun though.
No, when you're flying.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Because I can recognize, like, your form of flying. Because it's not... I doubt that you just go into a normal bird.
No, Aarakocra.
15.
You would be able to. You would notice that there is someone flying, and you'd probably guess it's Orion, but it's not. Like you can't be for certain that it is him that you see.
Yeah.
It's like, oh look, there's someone flying in the direction of. Oh, those are a lot of troops moving that direction.
I'll kind
I
of be
roll?
like, hey, we should follow those troops just in case something's happening. Not to kind of try and lead us whenever we're back, but
Not to, try and be in charge or anything, but I'm in fucking charge.
Bits in your face.
No. Yeah, sure, let's go.
How about no?
no, I'm alright. Just like, what?
And Kellett kind of gives a nod and kind of, as he does it, he kind of like pats Jabbers on the head, who just kind of like takes it like he used to, just kind of awkwardly standing there with his lute in hand.
And then I'm gonna pat Kellic on the head. He's gonna do it to Jabbers, and I'm gonna do it to him. Like it's like a little.
You see he kind of has an expression on his face of like, this is almost humiliating. And then he kind of stops immediately patting Jabbers the moment you do that. It's just like, great. So this is what it feels like. But you all start moving into the fields, kind of moving along. You do see some of the townspeople also doing kind of the same, kind of some of them maybe not going as far as you are through the field, but they are kind of like keeping to the edge of the town, kind of watching. Orion, you watch as the troops kind of stop probably 50 feet from the dome, the western side of the dome. You see the king and the prince standing before them, and around this point, you do start to see on the horizon silhouettes of, or you see movement of like, it looks like troops moving, as well as something very large with them that you don't quite make out just yet because it's just beyond your field of view.
It's a Grag. I already know it.
The rest of you, as you guys are kind of moving along, you would kind of arrive a little bit after Orion. You would find him, though, kind of on the edge of the dome, watching the troops. And you guys would hear the king and the prince kind of trying to rally the troops, kind of upping morale, shouting, and trying to give inspiration between them. You do see the prince as he's kind of doing this. He has what looks to be a holy symbol in hand as he's doing this, as he is chanting or doing this kind of I don't know, like shouting as his troops to like raise morale. You do see as he's kind of swinging this holy symbol around, you do see kind of each of them, their armor seems to almost produce a faint glow to it. almost as if he is kind of blessing each of them before the battle. As well as you see one of the swords in his hand is also beginning to glow as he's kind of doing this. But you guys have all regrouped. You see them preparing for battle. Is there anything you guys would like to do before things start getting underway?
Well, I guess
I'm
I'll
gonna-
regroup. I'll fly down and regroup with everyone,
Yeah. I'm
and just
gonna
kind of be like, "Oh shit! Hey, Cowder! Hey, Jabbers!"
He kind of
I'm gonna
gives you
say
like
hello
a shy
back.
wave.
Be like, long time no see. I guess preparations are happening. Sarthstaag making their move. Do you know anything?
From what I am told, is Sarthstaag is making a move, and the prince was given a tip, so he came here, and then we were given a note about the bubble, so you know.
Gotcha.
All right.
Well, that's good. I guess we'll go ahead and start helping. How do we get out of the bubble to assist?
Can I just like call out to Callista and be like,
She had told so
"Hey"?
you would remember she just said you guys can walk out. It's just when you want to get in, you have to request it from her.
I'm just gonna turn my back, or I'm just gonna turn to Calder and be like, "Watch this," and walk backwards through the bubble.
I'll be like, I see, but he can't hear, so it's just like me mouthing, "Oh, I see." And
Oh,
just,
he
like,
can hear.
walk
You
over.
can hear into the bubble. It's a little muffled. Like on the
I
outside,
know
you can hear.
I'm in the bubble. Oh, he can hear out.
You can hear perfectly outside the bubble. The inside is muffled. So like sound coming from outside to in is crystal clear. Sounds coming from inside to out are muffled.
Gotcha.
It's almost like a privacy shield.
That's why this episode is sponsored by NordVPN.
Oh fuck!
You want your own?
We're not
No,
actually
it is
sponsored. We're not actually sponsored.
not.
I have to make the disclosure. We're not actually sponsored.
That's funny though.
That would be super cool, but
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
um, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. NordVPN. Okay, so you step out. Does anyone else follow him?
Oh, did we take a
Yeah.
long rest since last time?
You would have had a long rest unless you've been casting spells since you got here.
I have not been. I just had
Okay.
I used a spell before we went into the bubble the first time.
You would still have that spell slot on then, because you haven't rested yet.
Oh, that's what I was asking.
Yeah, it's just it's one spell slot. You could. Anyways,
Just asking. Just asking.
just asking. Okay. Kellic kind of watches you go through and kind of looks to Jabbers and just says, he kind of just says to him, "Stay close to me," and he's just gonna walk out after you. And he's holding his glaive in hand with a. He looks excited. Not gonna lie.
Finally, this is what I've been waiting for.
I'm gonna rip someone to shreds.
Just a battle cry.
I love that it cut off. It cut off. It was so good. Anyways, why does it keep doing that? All right. Okay. Anyone else following?
Yep. I'll also
Okay.
step out.
Yeah, I mean, if we're all trying to help, then by all means, it's time for community service.
Okay. You all kind of step out, and as you guys step out, you hear a roar come from the distance. And the kind of silhouette that you were seeing before, you see a massive pair of wings spread from it.
I'll hail.
Before it rises into the air and begins a quick pursuit, I guess, towards your position, as well as all the troops. And as it gets a bit closer, you see a large red dragon
Oh, fuck.
that looks to be augmented and is
I'm going back in the
in-
bubble.
covered in
Yo, let me drive. Yo, let me drive the boat.
covered in various metal pieces as well as like armor that's been added. It looks like part of its head is covered in some sort of plating, as well as one of its eyes has been replaced with something. The wings look to be reinforced and covered in some sort of metals to prevent them from being ripped or torn. You see part of the jaw is also metal, as this thing is.
I feel like we could find a picture of this tree.
We probably could, but I don't have one right now.
I'm looking it up.
But it is quickly coming towards the army. A lot of the troops you see who were excited to fight. It seems morale has dropped a little bit. You do as well see. Oh God, what was dropped? Where is it dropped? Oh, it's in this chat. Where the nope. That's not chat. No, that's not it. That's not it. It's not a Digimon.
Come on now, it's War Greymon. Come on, guys. It's War Greymon.
It's not a Digimon, bro. Anyways, you do see as well the prince and the king both turn towards this dragon, look to one another, and they both let out kind of a battle cry. The prince. Oh God, what is going on? What was next posted? Oh, good.
You can't tell me that's inaccurate. You can't tell me that's inaccurate. It's Greymon.
Oh
It's Metal Greymon.
I hate this so much.
Don't tell me I'm wrong.
You're not right, but you're also not wrong.
I'll take it.
That's a bit closer. That's a bit closer.
That's the closest thing I could find.
Yeah,
Actually.
that's pretty close.
How about that? Well, no, wait. I got one.
Oh, he's got another one. Oh boy, here we go. Yeah, it's pretty good too. Anyway, you see this dragon rushing towards the king and the prince. Both look at each other, and they both let out a battle cry. You watch as the prince, as based on the rumors you had heard, transforms into a werewolf, still in his armor, holding his sword in hand. The king, however, you watch as he transforms into something very similar to a dragonborn. And they both charge this dragon.
Could I get a perception check on the king's dragon form?
Yes, you can.
Can I submit one more picture? I think is actually probably the best.
Oh. Now we're into Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yikes! I got a
Honestly,
fucking
probably
6.
close.
You got a 6.
How far is this dragon from us?
I would say by this point, 200 feet.
Oh, fuck yeah. I'm fucking popping a shot at them right now.
I will say for the for your
You
roll,
just piss it the fuck off, and it comes straight for you. Like, oh my god, that'd be hilarious.
That's fine. I'll tire it out in the sky.
your roll, Kosho. You said you got a 9.
No, it was a 6.
That's 6.
Should have lied.
You know,
I can
Yes,
give
a
him advantage.
9.
I can give him advantage. Hold on, let me roll.
I was gonna say I'll give you advantage because
Oh, okay, go ahead.
you've already seen something with the king.
In a vision?
Yes. So
I saw it in a dream.
I saw in a dream.
We'll meet again.
Okay.
Return the slab.
I'm trying to create a lore reason as to how Kosho figures out what his ring does without actually using it.
Yeah, this yeah. Because you had seen the ring, you had heard what it has done, and you've also seen this in a vision. So
Yes. Kosho, I guess upon looking at the red dragon, he'd look at this golden ring, and he'd be contemplating very, very hard whether to abide by his usual traditions or to embrace his well.
Oh wait, did you roll that second check though for your perception? I gave you
Oh
advantage.
yeah,
I gave you advantage.
sorry here.
Is a red dragon a
11.
huge creature?
A red dragon is a huge creature. Yes.
Oh, that is so sick.
Can you grapple it then?
Yeah, I can grapple a dragon.
You just fucking yoink that bitch.
You would recognize that the king. You had seen the ring. You did get a glimpse the moment he did the battle cry and kind of lifted his own sword into the air. The ring did kind of glow a little bit as the transformation occurred, and you do recognize that the form he has taken is a bit reminiscent of Rashar. His scales are a
Okay.
bit of a gold and silver tint to match the platinum armor that he's wearing.
Yeah, I
Like
think
that
at
he's
this
dressed to match. That's funny.
I think yeah, at this point in time, Kosho is finally just gonna accept the powers that have been given to him. He won't activate it yet until he absolutely needs to.
Okay. As the king and the prince charge forward, in a moment of blind courage, Kellic also just lets out a howl and just rushes forward, and you see multiple of the troops kind of move out of his way as he starts rushing towards this dragon. Glaive in the air. Orion, you said you wanted to take a pop shot. You want to take a crack shot at the dragon?
Your baby.
All right. Take your crack shot.
That's a 21.
What is your range on the weapon you're using? What weapon are you using?
320.
320?
The crossbow, hunter's crossbow.
Is that the max range or the medium range?
It's 80 to 320.
So you'd roll with disadvantage because you're at long range, unless you have the feat that negates long range.
Don't think I have that feat.
It's like crossbow expert or something.
I have crossbow expert.
Does it say?
Oh, that's dude. That's
so
epic.
yeah. Then yeah, you would hit. That's a hit.
Yeah. Let's go. All right. So that's
I had to make sure of that
Mr.
because
Kill, owie.
I would
that
have had
hurt.
to make you roll with disadvantage if you didn't have that. I think that's.
He goes,
wait.
owie.
Does the crossbow feat do that? I'm like wanting to.
I just read it.
Does it do?
I just read it.
It does do that. Okay. I was
It
trying
says
to remember.
well actually hold on.
It says if you're a dirty virgin, you can hit long range shots.
Dude, I think that counts. It says being within 5 feet. It means I don't get disadvantage on ranged attacks.
Okay,
Dude,
so
that
then,
means you
So
nailed it.
if it's long range, I still get disadvantage.
yeah, you still have disadvantage, so you'd roll a second time. Yeah, I want to make sure there is a feat. I think it's called sharpshooter. I think is what it's called.
Sniper.
Well,
Sniper?
how about a big fuck you because I got a 23.
That's okay.
Oh!
That works for me. I would rather you hit this shot than miss. Okay.
Yeah, I know.
So yeah,
Take a
23
shit
roll
on
the
it.
damage.
Oh well, that's at 2 damage, but I'm also gonna roll for weather damage.
Which elemental damage?
Ooh, that's a great question. I'm gonna do winter. Do some cold damage.
Cold damage. All right.
That is a 7.
All right.
7 cold
Popping
damage.
9 points of damage.
I know nothing about red dragons, but I know in Pokemon dragons are weak to ice types. So
So you watch this arrow soar. The rest of your party seeing this blue arrow soaring through the sky and striking the dragon just below.
would you say it's rolling around at the speed of sound? The blue blur.
Fuck. God damn it. Anyways, the arrow strikes and it hits one of the dragon's legs. You see a slight bit of frost kind of form around the spot that it hits. The dragon doesn't seem to react to the initial hit, but it does
A
seem to
little
do
tickle.
something.
Wait, so do I get to do 2 attacks because I already attacked, or is do I have to wait until we roll initiative?
I would say we're all rolling initiative now.
Gotcha.
Let's go, baby.
Oh, I got a 19.
19 as well.
What's your dex
Oh,
modifier?
I got a 7 with advantage. That's so pathetic. Well, if this is gonna go this way this entire fight, it's gonna be kind of lame.
You roll
Very
low, or
melee
is that what
check.
you're saying?
Yeah.
No, that's good, because if the dragon goes before you, it moves into your range first.
Yeah.
No, but what I'm saying is if it goes this way the whole fight, like, not
Kosho,
gonna
you roll?
matter much.
Oh, wait, you did roll. Ryan, what
Not
did
with
you
that
roll?
attitude. I got a 19.
Fuck
You got
you.
19.
This thing probably has like a 21 armor class. I don't want to hear shit from you.
I'm gonna roll
Yeah, I think it
for
does have a 21
Kellic and...
at least.
Wow, Kellic rolled kind of shittily. But he also has a plus 10 to his modifier, so it's not that bad. And Jabbers rolled fairly decent as well.
Gets killed first time being back in the party.
Oh, God. Don't say that about Jabbers. King didn't roll that great. And Prince Joseph is going to roll like shit, too.
What's the prince's middle name? Is it also Joseph?
His name's Joseph. The king is Michael.
Dude, so he's JoJo?
The king? Or,
The prince.
Joseph. Joseph. He's JoJo. Oh
Prince
my
JoJo.
God. The magic.
He's monk of the astral south, but it's just a fucking stand.
All right. And the other two were then it's Kosho, and then it is Shotan. I'm rolling for the Dragon's Initiative.
There's a plus 17 on his initiative.
Plus 85.
He actually teleports behind you?
Oh my, Musindu.
I'm 4 parallel universes ahead of you.
Okay, Mario.
Yeah. Someone else watches
Exactly.
terminal montage. Fuck
Exactly
yeah.
the reference I was going for.
All right.
You just see me turn into a fox. Bye-ya!
Come on.
Come
I shine sprite the fucking dragon to kill it.
Calder, you're first. You are the top of the
I am?
initiative. Yeah, you're top of the initiative.
What's your
Everyone-
dex
How far is
modifier?
it? +2. I rolled
Oh,
a
yeah,
19.
200 feet at the moment.
200 feet.
You can move forward. Kellic is
Besto
already.
friendo?
Kellic's already moved forward. The prince and the king have already moved forward. So Kellic's about 15 feet behind the prince and the king. You guys are about 35 behind Kellic.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I'm gonna kill
Okay. That's interesting.
Can I cast this on another person? No. Damn. Okay.
Casties.
Who all is near me?
Everyone else except for Kellic, who blindly ran forward because Kellic is in a bravery mode.
So me, Jotun, Kosho, Ryan, Jabbers.
Yep.
Cool, that's perfect. I'm gonna cast invisibility at the 6th level
You all disappear.
and make everyone disappear for an hour.
Holy shit. That's
Or until
sick.
it's an hour.
Imagine
or,
an invisible grappling Goliath.
So
The spell ends when the target attacks or casts a spell.
A grapple
Still
does
though.
count as an attack, though. When you grapple someone, you will
Still though.
reappear.
So, no one do anything.
But no,
Yeah,
no,
everybody
you-
stay
you get-
absolutely
Everyone stand
still.
still.
You get
It
sneak
can't
attack,
see
do you not?
movement.
Or is that dinosaurs? I can't remember. All right.
Okay, let's do.
Do we not get sneak attack?
You would if you sneak up on it, yeah.
Well,
Oh, I mean, we're
invisible.
invisible.
Yeah.
No, it's easier when you're invisible. I know that. Yeah. Are you moving forward at all? It's 200 feet from you.
Actually have crusade, so yeah, I'm gonna cast the spell and then walk forward my
Try
30
and ground it. If anybody can.
I have
I'm
magnify
trying my best.
gravity, but it's not that great.
Orion.
You're
As long as
It's
we
your
can keep it
turn.
from getting away or getting air superiority on us, we can absolutely destroy this thing.
Can I? Is this something that my character would know? Is what everyone's armor class is?
You would have an idea.
All right,
How much it
Calder.
would take to hit someone, or how?
No. Calder, I'm gonna cast Bark Skin on you, so you now have 16 as AC.
Oh.
So a +4.
No. It's 16.
Just
It's
default.
a minimum of 16.
Damn.
So you rolled the minimum it could give him.
No. It's there's no roll for it.
It just gives.
It
me
just
wait, so
gives
what's the
you
maximum?
16. It just gives you 16.
Zanzatti.
So it could
What's it?
reduce it, is what you're saying?
No.
It can't be less than 16.
No.
Okay,
yeah.
okay. That
So
would be
you
pretty funny.
touch a willing creature, it becomes bark like. AC can't be less than 16 regardless of what kind of armor it's wearing.
That's pretty sweet.
I got this specifically for Calder so he can stay alive more.
Thank you.
I got it specifically to keep you alive.
I guess I'll also summon my Wildfire Spirit, just to have him on the battlefield. I'm gonna summon him like away from us so he doesn't blow up when he comes in and hurts anyone. And then I will be done with my turn
Okay.
because I can't do anything except pop shots at him from a far distance. I'm just gonna wait until he's in range.
Okay.
I guess I'll move forward as well, but I want to make sure I do Bark Skin and summon first, and then I'll move. I'll move 50 feet, so I'm 150 feet.
Okay.
Can I stack advantage?
No.
So I can't roll with advantage twice, even if I have two different abilities that give me advantage?
No. Advantage and
No,
disadvantage don't stack. You could have 10 advantages and 1 disadvantage. You roll a regular dice roll.
Dude, that sucks.
Kellic is going to run forward 70 feet. And he is just going to stop where he is. The king is going to come up to his side. And the king is going to cast. You hear him say something. You hear him shout something to Kellic as he reaches him, and I guess you would be able to recognize the spell as he casts the spell Heroism on him and Kellic.
Oh yeah.
And he, yeah. And then the Jabbers. Jabbers is next. The Jabbers. I'm like tracking 10 character sheets at once here for this fight. Jabbers is going to. He's going to follow Calder.
He is invisible, so.
Yeah, he ends up staying with you, Calder, and is just kind of moving along next to you. You kind of feel him, like when you turned him invisible, he kind of grabbed onto like your cloak and is just like going along with you.
That's fine.
It's now the dragon's turn. The dragon is going to fly 80 feet towards Kellic and the king, and is going to attempt to attack both of them. He's going to bite at Kellic. He's going to slash at the king. He misses Kellic, I think. 1 second. No, he bites Kellic.
Rip.
You see Kellic, part of his form ends up engulfed within the jaws of this dragon. Kellic is going to end up taking a decent chunk of damage. And the king is also going to take damage from the dragon. And he is going to take a bigger chunk of damage. Wait a minute, though. He's not going to take a bigger chunk of damage. You see the king as he is bitten by, or slashed at by this dragon. There seems to be something with the armor seems to almost push back the claws and seems to reduce the damage that he takes.
Damn.
It's now the prince's turn. who you see run forward. And as he does, he is going to swing his sword. Actually, he pulls one sword from its sheath, and you watch him toss it into the air, and it seems to almost become sentient, and it is going to attack the dragon as well as the second sword that he pulls out to try to strike the dragon. That first one's going to miss. Holy shit. That one will hit. So he will hit with the second attack. He's going to do a little bit of damage. It is now Kosho's turn. Kosho.
Yes, indeed.
Indubitably.
Can I use Stunning Strike on the dragon?
If you can get close enough, but you need to move 120 feet.
Hmm.
The dragon
Let's
has
see.
landed, and it is currently fighting the king and Kellic.
Let's see. Am I behind cover at all?
You are invisible,
Okay.
and there's not really
Am
any
I
cover.
able-
This is an open field.
Okay. I'm invisible. Okay. Am I able to interact with like my backpack and stuff? Like I'd like to try and start creating a few grenades.
Roll.
Am I able to do this while I'm invisible? Otherwise, I'll just go ahead and.
You would have a little issue because you can't quite. Your stuff is invisible as well, and until it leaves your body.
Okay.
You could certainly try if you wanted to.
Nah, I'll just roll stealth and start sneaking up on the dragon.
You don't. You
Oh.
How far do you want to run? Because you're not close enough to need the stealth check yet. How far can you run?
I'm just gonna 60 feet. that's my speed.
Okay. So you move 60 feet. You have your action and your bonus action.
There's nothing I really need to do at the moment since I'm nowhere near the dragon.
You can prepare an action, I guess.
I guess the only thing. Let's see.
Like, you can use your action to move. You do have Step of the Wind. He's doing some contemplating.
The hamster wheel going crazy up there.
Yeah, I'll use Step of the Wind. Time to use all my key points. Yeah, so that takes my speed up to 120.
Yes.
And I believe that closes the gap.
Yep, you are right on the dragon.
Okay, cool beans.
You can roll your stealth check.
Okay, yeah, I will go ahead and do that then. Do 21.
That's pretty good. Okay. There's the thing I was looking for. As you run up, you do see the right eye of the dragon, which isn't an eye, but looks like some sort of crystal, like spherical crystal, seems to shift and almost lock onto you as you run up. You can make an attack though.
Alrighty, yeah, I'll go ahead and use an unarmed strike.
Okay.
Wow, 11.
That's a miss.
Let's see. I've already used my bonus action, so I can't use Flurry of Blows, can't I?
You have multiple attacks, Like when you make an unarmed strike, you have
Oh yeah, right. I do have a second attack.
What is the one that prepares a dodge action?
It's patient defense. It's
Yeah.
a bonus action.
That thing just locked onto you is all I'm saying.
It's essentially just noticed him is really what I'm trying to say. You have been noticed.
Okay.
When you were invisible, it did see you.
Okay. I'll use patient defense.
Oh, you can't because you already used your bonus to Step the Wind.
Oh. Okay. Then I'll just go ahead and punch Mr. Man again.
Yeah, you have your second punch, so roll that attack.
24.
That hits.
Nice.
And then let's see here. 8. And let's see. Should I use Stunning Strike or Flurry of Blows?
You can't do flurry because you already used your bonus.
Okay, then could I use Stunning Strike?
You can.
Or since it's my special? Sweet. Okay, make
It's a
Mr.
con
Man roll the funny con saving throw.
And what does he have to roll?
He has to beat a DC of 15.
Okay, he does pass.
Okay.
So you strike him. He doesn't give you all that much attention. He does seem to have noticed that you are punching his leg, but he is not giving you too much attention.
Cool.
Yotan.
Yep. Oh my god, that voice crack. That was pretty epic. Alright, I'm gonna Jesus. So how far away is he?
120
Like,
feet.
Yeah. That's
Some of
some
you have some
movement.
walking to do. While you make your decision, I'm gonna run to the bathroom real quick. Say if it's just movement, just like tell me you're moving your full thing. You can also have your action as your movement as well.
The spell allows you to move at an incredible pace. When you cast the spell and then use a bonus action on each of your turns until the spell ends, you can take a dash action. How far is a dash action?
Your move speed, I think.
Dashing is double your walking speed.
Is there a label for my walking speed anywhere?
Yeah, it should be right next to your proficiency bonus.
Okay, yeah. So 60. Okay, yeah, I can make it.
A dash action is it's just a second move action. So it's just doubling the total distance you can make in a turn. So if you do 30, you can only go 60 in a turn with the dash action.
So I'm just actually gonna I'm actually gonna use Hazy Pursuer and walk forward. Can I do that?
Misty Step only gives you an additional 30.
Misty Step. I thought it was 60.
I think it's
Misty
30.
Step.
I think Misty Step is only 30.
Let me see. Spell. Ice grab.
I didn't set up your background all right, so it's all fucked up. Misty Step. Yeah, teleport up to 30 feet to an unoccupied space you can see.
Alright, yeah, I guess I'll do that. And then can I even walk? Or do I...
You can, I think it says you can use Misty Step as a bonus. Yeah, as a bonus action. You can Misty
that's
Step
right.
and then walk. So actually, you can use your movement, use your action to move, and then use your bonus action to cast Misty Step. So you can get up to, because your movement is 20, you can get up to...
It's 30. I have an
Oh, it's
additional
30.
10. It's not there for some reason. Yeah, I have additional 10.
I know. It's because you have to add it.
Fast movement. Yeah.
So okay, so you can get 90 feet. So you'd be within 30 feet of the dragon.
That's perfect. I can't use anything else after that.
No, yeah,
but
that is your turn. This first round of combat's going to be a little dull because half of you can't get there.
I would still be invisible, but right? Or
Yeah, you would still be
because
invisible.
Okay, good.
Calder.
Yep.
Back to you. You are
Okay.
90 feet. You and Jabbers are 90 feet away.
Can a spell crit?
Technically.
Can a spell that casts multiple attacks crit?
You did it to Kellic.
Yeah, you almost killed him, remember?
You did
Oh,
kill
no,
him.
you did kill him.
You
No,
double critted him.
I meant sneak attack.
If it cast all at the same time, they would all be technically with advantage for sneak
Oh
attack.
my god, that is disgusting.
All right,
I
cool.
know exactly what spell you're
Dude,
casting.
That's all you
your
had to
lips
say.
smack, bro.
What are you casting?
Oh, the question is. That's not the question.
Who's that?
That's Daniel.
Damn.
The
Daniel.
question is Scorching Ray or Magic Missile? Because I think dragons are resistant to fire. Hold on, let me think real quick. I'm
Magic
gonna take this
missile.
call.
But it's his turn. So how's everyone's day?
All right.
Sound like a little old lady.
I've been sipping on pickle juice all day.
That's fun.
I feel myself getting sick, so pickle juice.
Dang. I'd be guzzling that ibuprofen and Tylenol.
Well, I ran out of Pedialyte.
No, the pickle juice is a good thing
Man.
because it keeps you hydrated.
So does Pedialyte.
Never taken Pedialyte before.
Pedialyte is just a bunch of electrolytes.
Oh, I just drink Power Armor.
Yeah,
Body
Pedialyte's
armor.
mainly
Body armor,
for
not Power
Power
Armor.
armor is for babies.
Body armor. Sorry.
Pedialyte is not for babies. It's for really smart people who want to be hydrated. You know.
You said I'm 150 or 120 away.
You were 90 away.
90 away. All right.
You have given yourself distance.
See, the only thing is that Magic Missile will guarantee hits.
I believe in you.
I think Magic Missile because I'm pretty sure Red Dragon, Fire.
Okay, Magic Missile is 1d4 plus 1. Scorching Ray per bolt. Scorching Ray is 2d6.
Yeah, but if he resists or immune to fire,
Still half. Yeah.
I would do Magic Missile.
Okay, we're being safe. Casting Magic Missile at the 5th level. Casting, I think that is 7 Magic Missiles.
Goddamn.
Okay, roll a d4 and add them up.
7 times 5.
No.
35.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
35. Oh,
35.
That's
35.
That's pretty good. Okay. Yeah. All right.
And for my bonus action,
You are uninvisible
whip
now.
my cock
you
out.
uncloak.
I don't know if I have anything for bonus action. Hold on.
I disappear
I
again.
Yeah. Invisibility again. Haha. No.
For my next trick, I will appear and disappear.
Yeah, no, that's it. Oh, no. For my bonus action, I am going to use... I'm going to prepare a twinned spell.
Oh my god, I totally forgot that I had that.
Okay.
Or wait, no, this has target a second creature.
Yeah. Twinned is 2 targets.
TT. I will prepare a quickened spell.
Okay.
So that next turn, I can do 2 spells. And you bet your sweet bippy, you're gonna see 2 fucking fireballs.
You
at the
sweat your
5th and
beat
6th
bippy.
level.
You bet your sweet bippy.
Okay. Orion.
All right, quick question. I got 2 questions. One, how far is he?
You
'Cause
are.
I-
You flew 50 feet, so you are roughly 70.
Within 100, I think. Yeah.
You're 70 feet. It was 200.
Second
He moved
question.
in 80.
Second question. If I cast a spell with no semantic or verbal components, do I still lose my invisibility?
Yes.
All right.
If
never mind.
if it's an attack spell. any sort of aggressive action towards another creature while invisible drops your invisibility.
How good do we think this dragon's dex is? Is there a roll I can do to see how spry this dragon looks?
It's covered in armor.
Yeah, that's why I was like, I feel like he's not gonna be.
I would
Actually,
say,
you know what? Fuck it, I'm gonna do it anyway. I'm gonna cast Call Lightning.
Call lightning.
Call lightning. That's a Dex 15 save, but he's metal, and metal's conductive. He's also the biggest thing in the area.
Roll damage.
Pog. Oh, baby, that's a lot. That's 23 damage.
Spicy, very spicy, my guy. Okay.
Yerp. And that means
Alright,
a storm
describe-
cloud. The storm cloud appears
Yes.
above me,
Above you.
and that means where is it? Each of my turns until the spell ends, I can use my action to call down a lightning bolt this way, targeting the same point. Also, if I'm outdoors in stormy conditions, which I don't know if
It is
the thunderstorm would clap.
It was a sunny day, unfortunately.
No, I'm saying if the because it says a storm cloud appears above me, does that turn it into stormy conditions or no?
No.
Okay.
It's essentially like you just formed a cloud like
Little
100 feet
Eeyore
above
cloud?
your head. Yeah. Like 100 feet
All
above
right.
your head. Is that your turn?
What's the fucking range of my wildfire spirit? It does not fucking say. Can I have my wildfire spirit move up 10 feet?
Yeah.
What's his yeah, I can. And I'm gonna have him do flame seed,
Okay, roll an attack.
which is 1d6 plus proficiency bonus. Oh, that's pretty good.
No, your attack, not your damage.
No, I was just reading. Yeah, I was just reading that.
Okay.
That misses.
Okay. Yeah, it fires. It goes a little
Definitely
wide, catches a bit of
misses.
grass on fire.
I got a 5, so
It's now Kellick's turn, who is going to just start wailing on this dragon. I'm gonna roll multiple attacks. That misses. That hits. That hits. That misses. So he hit 2 attacks for a grand total of 16 points of damage. And it is now the king's turn. Math. I'm having math problems. Give me a moment. There we go. Cool. Numbers were not working. The king's turn, who is going to... He is going to ignite his blade with this bright white energy and is going to attempt an attack on the dragon with his sword, which he just hits. And he's going to inflict a... So as you guys watch him strike this dragon with this blade, you see... There it is. A huge bright light ignite from the blade as it strikes. The dragon slightly staggers from it and then kind of turns its attention to the king in quite a rage, as you know. Oh wait, yeah, in quite a rage, and it is now Jabber's turn, who is going to... He's going to keep moving forward. He's going to move another 40 feet. So you feel him let go of your cloak, Calder, and you kind of get the idea that he kept moving forward past you.
Okay.
And you see no, you don't see anything. He doesn't cast anything. So yeah, he's just going to move forward a little bit. It's now the dragon's turn, who is going to... He's going to try to strike at the king, the prince, and Kellick. He's going to hit all of those attacks He's going to bite at the king, which he does hit. So he does bite the king, who pushes away from its jaws immediately after getting bitten. He slashes at the prince, who kind of gets staggered slightly, and he slashes at Kellic, who also staggers ever so slightly. It's now the prince's turn. So you see the prince after he staggers. I need to get this note off my screen. There we go. After he kind of staggers, he looks up towards the dragon and he shouts something that you guys don't quite hear from where you are. And you see a cylinder of fire come from the sky, which the dragon passes the check on, but the cylinder almost engulfs the dragon as it kind of shifts about, and it does seem to take a bit of damage from this. But it is now Kosho's turn, who's standing right there as this dragon just got engulfed into a pillar of flame.
It's Morbin time.
Dear God.
Unarmed strike.
All right.
Number 1. 16.
That's a miss.
All right. Unarmed strike number 2. 17.
That's a miss.
Yeah, that's it, folks.
You have a bonus action. You can just take another swing.
Oh, it doesn't.
Bonus action.
Oh, it's not even. I thought it was an on-hit requirement. Okay, cool beans.
No, as long as you make the attack action, you can use your bonus action as an additional unarmed strike.
Flurry of blows.
Yep.
26.
That one hits. That hits.
Okay, cool beans. And then on one of the attacks, I'm also going to apply Hand of Harm.
Okay, you have to roll for both attacks for flurry of blows. So
okay,
roll that second one. As well. See if that one hits.
Okay, cool beans. Also a 26.
Okay, those both hit. Roll the damage.
Let's see, 6, and then get out of the way. Okay, 11, and then let's see, the Hand of Harm. Where the fuck? There it is. 5. Okay, yeah, 5 necrotic damage. Cool beans.
Okay, and what were the hits did? How
What
much damage did your punches do?
What's that?
Damage of your punches.
Oh yeah, so the 2 punches combined, it's 11. It was 6 and 5.
Yeah, that was the number I needed. It was 11. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. All right, Yotan.
Okay. Jesus. All right. I'm gonna use. Okay. I'm gonna use intimidating presence. It's within 30 feet of me. Yeah. I'm gonna uncloak and use. I don't know. If it can hear me, so I'm not gonna uncloak. So I'm gonna scream. I'm just gonna scream at the top of my lungs, using intimidating presence.
It seems unaffected.
Lungs? No.
Yeah. DC 12.
It seems to be unaffected.
Oh fuck!
Okay.
I could have used a stunning strike on one of those flurries. Whatever.
Okay, then for my bonus action, I will rage.
Ah, Rage. Yes, must be French. Okay.
Actually, no, I'm close. And 30 feet away, so I don't need to. Never mind. I'm not gonna rage.
Okay. On that note, Kosho, I need you to roll a strength or dex saving throw for me, and the prince, the king, and Kellic all have to do the same as the dragon beats down its wings without lifting off the ground.
Ugh, I got a 10.
10.
Actually, hold on. I'm using lucky on this bitch.
Do I have to roll?
You're not within range.
Pog.
What's the range?
This is the wrong character sheet. The range hits everyone within 10 feet of it right now. So,
Okay, never mind then.
So Kellick's fine. Wait a minute.
Does a 17 pass?
No. Kellick is fine. Kellick is the only one who's fine, actually. The prince
Okay.
and the king are both knocked prone, as well as Kosho. And all three of you take 17 points of bludgeoning damage as you are slammed to the ground. And you are knocked prone, so you are on your back. Calder, it's now your turn.
Pog. Alright. I'm going to cast Acid Sphere. I don't know what this is. Vitriolic.
Vitriolic.
The Acid Sphere.
The Acid Sphere.
I need a DC 16 Dex save.
It's a dex save?
On a fail, they take 10d4 and another 5d4 at the end of its
It is a
next
fail.
turn. Not 10d4, 12d4. Hold on. So they will take. Come on, subtle dice. Thank you. 32
Still my heart.
acid damage,
Ouch.
and then 5d4. 13 acid damage on the next turn, on the end of its next turn, and I'm going to cast it as my bonus action again at the 4th level.
Okay.
Another DC 16 Dex.
It passes this one.
Okay. It takes
Half as much, I assume.
10 damage. And no damage at the end of the next turn on this one. But it'll still take 13 on the end of its next turn. Acid.
Okay. It is going to, after this hits, it is going to sweep its tail. Kosha, what's your AC?
16.
You are struck by its tail as it comes and slams down on you. And you are going to take 17 points of bludgeoning damage.
Ouch.
Orion. Orion.
You're. I'm gonna shoot at it
Okay.
with my crossbow.
And crossbow bolt.
Ooh, that's a fucking miss. That's a 14.
Misses.
I'm gonna roll for my second attack because I have crossbow expert. Oh boy, I just missed both of those. Oh. Let's see what can I do? What can I do?
Use your action and your bonus action.
No. For action, I have 2 attacks.
Oh yeah, because you put
So
a
I can
bunch
shoot
in a fighter.
I can shoot twice per action.
Gotcha.
You know what? I'll turn into a giant.
Okay. He's a big boy now. 70 feet away.
And then Wildfire Spirit attack. That's gonna be a flat D20. Boy, I love that. That's a miss.
Okay, that's a miss.
I rolled a 7, a 5, and a 7.
Your Wildfire Spirit needs to step up its game.
Actually, I do have a question real fast.
Yes.
So for Call Lightning,
Yeah.
when I choose to proc it again, do I have to re-roll, or do I have to do a deck save again?
The creature what does the same thing about using a bonus action to cast another lightning.
I'm not gonna do it this turn. It just says on each of your turns until the spell ends, you can use your action to call down lightning in this way. But
Okay,
it doesn't
yeah.
say.
It has to reroll.
It doesn't say if the
it-
target
it-
has to
it-
do the deck
it-
save again.
It does have to reroll it. It rerolls the save every time you cast it, essentially.
I gotcha. My turn is done.
Yes.
I did a whole lot of nothing.
Kellic is going to swing at it with the glaive again, as he is the only one on his feet. That's a miss. That's a hit.
Oh, I just realized what I should have done.
That's a miss. That is also a miss. So he's only going to hit one attack. He is going to inflict 9 points of damage against this dragon. The king is going to get back to his feet. A little irritated by getting knocked down. And he is going to strike the dragon with his sword twice. He's going to hit that one and miss that one. He's going to hit him for a chunk of damage.
I'll be right back. It's groceries.
Groceries. Well, you have a
my
little
turn?
bit. No, you have a bit. You have a bit. Jabbers is going to. You watch. The rest of you watch as Jabbers. The black cloak he's wearing. You had noticed when you'd first seen him. He had 6 little star patches on them. He's going to pull from one of those star patches and is going to throw it into the air, casting a magic missile. And he's going to hit the dragon for 12 points of damage. Okay. It's now the dragon's turn. Calder didn't move any farther forward. Yotan's 30 feet. Okay. I need Kosho and Yotan to roll me a dexterity saving throw. As the dragon, and Kosho, because you're still on the ground, you have disadvantage on this, I think, because you're prone. I want to say that happens. I want to double check. No, you do not have disadvantage. Never mind. You just roll regularly. Yeah, your dex is normal, so. That's a fail. This one's probably going to fail. Yeah, that's a fail. It's a fail. And Kosho rolled a 23. Spicy. Okay. I'm just going to roll this on... Yeah, I'm going to do it on this page. Let me double check that I'm putting the right amount. Oh, this is not the character sheet I should be rolling on.
I'm back.
Sorry, we're doing a breath attack right now of the dragon.
Oh, fuck.
It's not hitting
Am I in
you.
it?
You are just outside of it, I think. How close were you to the dragon? How close did you get? Remind me.
150 feet.
That was, you were 120 to start with. You went 30. You were 90. If you hadn't moved again.
Yeah.
90. Okay. Everyone who I named, except for Kosho, takes 62 points of fire damage.
Wait, did you
Oh
say
my
name?
god, I would have died if I didn't make that
Kosho,
fucking check.
62.
Holy
Did you just say
shit.
62?
Kosho, you take half.
Oh, baby.
Oh wait, cool. I'm not in range, I guess.
You were at 70. This is a 60-foot cone. You were just
Thank
outside.
God.
Oh my god.
The best part though is I had absorb elements.
I think Yotan, you take double damage.
Yeah, after this, I'm activating the ring.
So I think you take 124 points of damage.
I'm not gonna lie, Kosho. I should have gotten my spirit to teleport you to me, so I could have healed you. I did not think about it.
And then I could have healed
Oh,
you, and then we
Wait
could
a
have
minute.
had
I gotta roll a
sex.
check for Jabbers. Jabbers is within range.
Oh, fuck.
Jabbers passes.
Wow.
Wow. So he's gonna take 31 points of damage.
Oh.
That's 61 that I typed in. That was close. Okay. It's yeah.
I think it's so
Yeah,
dumb that a
that's-
wildfire druid is not resistant to fire.
And
Oh.
it is now the prince's turn.
Seeing
Kosho,
his dad get
how
fucking
bad off
barbecued
are
in front
you,
of him.
Kosho? Out of curiosity.
What do you mean, like health wise?
Yeah, like what? Based on your health, how bloodied are you?
I'd well, let's
Are you
see. I
less than
wouldn't.
half?
Yes,
You're
I'm
less
at
than half.
27.
The
27 out of 92.
okay. The prince is going to cast the spell Mass Healing Word and is going to heal everyone for 11 points of damage. And then he is going to swing his sword at the Durgan. He's going to swing at it for 2 attacks. That's a hit. And that's a miss. So he's going to do a small bit of damage to the dragon. Okay. Kosho! My nearly dead monk man. It's your turn.
Monkey boy. Okay, yeah. So is the ring an at will activation?
Yes. I think it takes the same casting to check the spell. I don't know what the casting time is on the spell. It would take as long as the spell takes to cast. I think it's a bonus action to use. I think the spell is.
It just says at will.
Oh, then yeah. Well, no. The casting time for the spell. Not. Like, you don't have spell slots for it.
Weight, cost.
I can find
um,
it. I can do this. You're doing the transformation?
Yes.
It's a bonus action.
Bonus action? Okay.
Yeah. If you go to your spell thing, 1BA, it's bonus action. So yeah, you
What?
cast it on yourself. So you all watch Kosho. Actually, you want to describe what your appearance changes to Kosho?
Sure, of course. So I guess after nearly avoiding death, this battle-scarred, barbecued monk begins transforming out of this out of his ashy humanoid form into what appears to be a humanoid dragonborn with the likeness of the king's dragonborn form. It has gold and silver and black highlights. Um, what else? Oh yeah, it has a double jaw. And what else? Let's see. I don't know what else to describe.
That's
Yeah,
and
that's
wings.
mainly it. Oh yeah, and the wings.
And wings.
But yeah, this hellish creature begins to form out of my monkey man.
All right, now you have your action.
Let's see here. All right, time to go attack. Actually, wait. Should I use the breath attack? That'd be funny, wouldn't it be?
You can.
Wouldn't it? Let's see. I don't know if Mr. Man's gonna be resistant and or immune to fire, so probably not the best idea.
It's your choice.
Um,
I will neither confirm nor deny anything.
let's see. I guess while I'm flying around, do I get or do enemies get disadvantage trying to target me?
You're flying? No.
No? Okay.
No, because you would just be out of range of like certain melee attacks if you were to fly, but it also would get attack of opportunity if you did try to fly away.
Okay. Alrighty then. Then I'm just gonna go ahead and do my 2 punches.
Okay,
First one is a 23.
that's a hit.
And could I add a stunning strike to this?
Yes, you
So
can.
Mr. Man does the funny con save.
It saves.
Okay.
Imagine he just clocks a dragon. It's like,
Oh
oh,
wait, here.
fuck.
Wait, whoops, hold on. Wrong die. Okay, damage die. 8. Cool beans. Alright, and second unarmed strike is a nat 20.
That's a hit.
Can I add stunning strike to this?
Yeah, and spend another key point. He succeeds again.
Ah, fuck. Alright. Damage. 11.
Okay. All right. Oh, that's your turn because you don't have a bonus.
Yes.
Yotan. You are within 30 feet of the
I'm here.
dragon.
I'm just like pretty much dead.
I can heal you.
I'm gonna rage. So I should have done to begin with.
No, I just closed the wrong thing. Fuck. Damn it.
It'd be like that.
I closed a character sheet for the prince. I'll find it. It's fine. It's not a hard find. I went to go click on it and I hit the X and I was like, no. I didn't do that, did I?
Alright, I'm just gonna go for it.
No.
I'm gonna go for an
No.
attack.
Do I?
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm fucked.
23.
That's a hit.
So I'm gonna put it into a grapple.
Oh, if you're doing a grapple, it needs to roll against you.
Oh, okay.
Because you're doing athletics, right? You rolled your athletics check. Is that what you're rolling?
No, I did. I thought it rolled to like hit first and then.
No, if you're using that, it's a grapple. It's counted as a
Okay.
grapple, so it's you rolling athletics against the dragon.
24.
It should have been passing more of these deck saves. I've been using the wrong modifier. Yeah, you do. Well, wait. Yeah, you just get a hold of its leg. It's like a bear hug. You kind of just bear hug its leg.
Alright, and then I'm just gonna put it into vice grip then.
So roll the damage for the vice grip.
Yeah.
Time to crank that soldier boy, you know.
This counts. Or suffer 4d6 plus strength modifier plus proficiency. 4d6
Oh boy.
plus strength modifier, so plus 5 plus proficiency, which is what?
+4 you should be at right now.
4, yeah. 9. So 9 plus whatever I get.
25.
25 points of damage. Spicy. Okay. As you do this, you kind of squeeze it. It is going to beat its wings again. I need everyone. Yotan, I will have you roll a strength saving throw instead of a dex because you are holding on to it. Everyone else needs to roll a dex saving throw.
I thought I could roll strength instead of dex for some reason.
You can't
Anyway.
normally.
I thought, okay, that's fine.
You have
20.
advantage on certain saving throws because of your awareness or whatever. You got a 20?
Mhm.
Okay. Kosho, did you roll?
Yeah, I got an 18.
You are all knocked to the ground, and you are all knocked prone.
Everyone?
Everyone that I had roll. So you are Yotan. You are knocked off of its leg from the power of its wings, and you are knocked prone. All of you are also going to take 16 points of bludgeoning damage. That'll be half for you, Yotan, because you are rising. So you are all knocked prone right now. You are on your backs once more. And it is now Calder's turn.
Poggers.
The dragon does also fly up into the air about 30 feet.
It should take damage, by the way, after its turn. Remember?
Yeah. Oh,
The 13 acid damage.
Yeah, it already took that. This wasn't its turn. This is a legendary action.
Okay.
It has those.
And you said it flew up?
Yeah, about 30 feet.
Was that its turn, or was that just a reaction?
That was a legendary action. It can move it. It gets movement when it uses the specific legendary action.
Man,
Can I use my rune carver ability on that, or do I have to wait until their actual turn?
It would be their actual turn.
I gotcha. Just checking.
Because this is kind of it, just like reacting to getting hit, and it's just moving itself.
I gotcha. So it's more like a reaction.
Yeah. Calder, yeah, it's your turn.
Yeah, I'm looking real quick. Okay, yeah. I'm just gonna cast another acid sphere.
Okay. Dex save?
Dex 16, yeah.
Passes.
Damn. So that would be 20 or no. 13 acid damage.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna prepare another quickened spell.
Okay. Orion.
How hurt is this thing looking?
It is looking very bad off. Not quite dead, but it is very bad off.
Damn.
Some of the armor pieces have been peeled off. There's bits of flesh showing that.
I was gonna say most of it should be burnt by the acid.
The metal itself seems to be holding on against the acid, but there are chunks of the metal that have been dented and removed via the Prince, Kosho, Kellic, and the others that are beating the shit out of it up close.
Right.
And it does seem that you do notice that its chest itself, it is torn up, and you can see like a pulsing like red within its chest from how like torn up it is.
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot at it.
Okay.
Now I have to figure out if I want to use my rifle or if I want to
What's
use
the
my
Birdman gonna
crossbow.
do? He's gonna shoot at it.
I'm gonna shoot at it because I can't. I have no spells that will work against it.
Well, don't worry, dude. I took
throws a
124
red
points of
dragon
damage in one turn,
against
so
2 fire mages. Like, yeah, I feel like that's kind of targeted, but it's whatever.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
You want the truth? Didn't even think about the fire thing. I just needed something with a certain challenge rating.
That is a dirty 20.
That is, yeah, okay, that hits.
Cool. I was using my rifle, so that was that was not a lot, but that's 2d10 plus 1.
And there goes Yotan.
10 damage.
How much?
That might cut out.
For the rifle shot.
You said 10 damage?
10 damage. It was a 6 and a 4.
Okay. It staggers a little bit in the air from the shot.
I bet it's 11 because it's 6 and a 4.
It still staggers. It still staggers from the shot.
And then can I swap and use my crossbow as my second action?
I would say if you use your bonus action to swap, you can.
Sure. Fuck it, I got no bonus action to use.
Okay.
That's a 24.
That hits.
Let's see, that's 1d8. That's 3. And I'm gonna add. Can I change the type of damage on it?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's
I'm gonna do.
I don't think it mentions bonus action. I think it's like when you fire it, you need to pick one.
Yeah, it just says. That's all it says. I wasn't sure.
Very powerful item.
Yeah, I'll do fall. So I'll do acid damage.
Okay.
That's 1 acid damage. And then it takes 1d6 acid. Oh no, that's only the crit. Never mind. So he just takes 1 extra. Or no, it's 2d6. Whoops. Let me roll a different one. That's 4. So it's 4 overall.
4 overall. Okay.
4 acid damage overall. Yeah. And then
I think that's
Wildfire Spirit.
Oh yeah, your Wildfire Spirit can do something.
I'm gonna go I'm gonna go kidnap fucking Kosho
Kosho.
and teleport him back closer to the rest of the party.
Okay, closer to you.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's just laying there prone and just like goes from one spot to another, still prone.
it just teleports. I haven't even figured out what the what it is. How far is the teleport? 15 feet. So he's 15 feet back.
Okay, so 15 feet away from the king, Yotan, and the prince.
Yeah.
The king, as the dragon goes up, is going to look towards. Let's see. No, he doesn't have anything. He is going to actually. He'll do a lay on hands to Yotan, and he's going to drop 100 points into Yotan.
Damn.
Holy shit.
So what
God
happens when you
damn.
have a high level,
Paladin.
paladin? He is a paladin.
I did not know paladins could drop that much HP. I wish I had pursued my paladin character at some
When
point.
you are max level, you can drop. That
Okay,
much.
never mind then.
You get 5. I think it's like 5 per level or something like that. No, yeah, it's 5 every level. You get an additional 5 lay on hands points every level. They restore after long rest, so you get them like every day. But yeah, so he puts 100 points into you. And he is going to.
This guy is juiced.
He is just going to turn up and look up at the dragon that's still above him. The prince. Oh no, not the prince. Jabbers. Jabbers is going to run over to Kosho, who is still laying on his back, and is going to cast a Cure Wounds on Kosho at the 6th level and give you 30 points of health back. And he's going to reappear when this happens. He's dropping his own invisibility. He's pretty much dropping by your side, Kosho, and like placing a hand on you and healing you these 30 points.
Wow. Thank you.
He gives you kind of a nod and kind of stands back up and looks towards the dragon. The dragon, who's barely up in the air, looks around for a moment at whom it should attack, and lays its eyes upon Orion.
Oh shit.
And is going to rush Orion at full speed, and is going to try to bite and claw attack you. What's your AC?
14.
The bite is going to hit, and both claw attacks are going to hit as well. So you will take. You're going to take from the bite itself. That's 23 points of piercing damage and 3 points of fire damage. Oh wait, no, 5 points of fire damage. From the first claw attack, you are going to take 17 points of slashing damage, and the second is going to do. It rolled like shit, even though it critted. It is going to hit you for 15 points of slashing damage.
How much fire damage was it? 5?
Yes.
Okay. Is that his turn?
That is the end of his turn.
Cool. Make a wisdom saving throw for me.
Okay.
14.
It succeeds.
Oh. Carry on.
Okay. It is the prince's turn, who is going to heal himself. And now it is Kosho's turn.
Sweet.
What would you like to do, Kosho, the one that is laying on his back at the moment?
I'm gonna draw my potion of greater healing and take a swig of that.
Okay. The dragon is like 30 feet in the air with Orion right now, who did get clamped between its jaws for a moment. You did watch as it bit him and slashed at him while he was in the air. He did manage to break free of its jaws, though, after it successfully bites him and slashes him.
Okay.
You can
Let's see,
fly.
hold on. Let me let me roll for my potion stuff real quick.
Yeah.
4d4 plus 4 hit points. Okay.
This has been a spicy battle so far. I'm loving it.
So spicy. I've just sat back and done wizard things the entire time.
The dragon's technically right above you, Kelder. Like,
Okay.
it's directly
Oh,
above you.
fuck.
Because Orion was above you.
I heal
I was
for
a little in front of
12
him.
points.
How many points?
12.
12. All right. Cool.
And now, I guess, yeah, I'll go ahead and fly on up and do my 2 funny attacks.
All right.
Or actually, 1 attack, because, well, wait, is using a potion a bonus action?
That's a bonus action.
Okay, then
So
yeah,
you get-
2
yeah.
funny attacks
Two
coming right up.
2 funny attacks.
First one's a 19,
That just hits.
and I'm gonna apply Stunning Strike to that.
What is the DC?
15.
It does pass.
Okay. I do 7 damage, and then I'm gonna do the same thing.
Okay.
Again, a 19. And I'm gonna apply Stunning Strike.
Okay.
I'm basically using up all my key points for this fucking fight.
Are you kidding me? I'm almost down 2 whole levels worth of spell slots, bro. I've just been like, yeah, cast this at max level, double cast this, and then cast this again, and I'm just like, oh.
Did he pass the save?
Yes.
Damn. Okay. And finally, okay, it does 9 damage.
All right. You strike this dragon with this second hit. You feel kind of this,
We're epic.
your key kind of pass through this punch and go through the dragon's body. And as you do, you get an idea of exactly where the dragon is at the moment. Orion, you see its eyes go wide for a second before it closes them, and it curls itself into a ball and plummets down to the ground. I need everyone to roll a dex saving throw for me.
Even if we're flying?
Everyone within a 120-foot radius needs to roll a dex saving throw.
I'm back. What's up?
Roll a dex saving throw.
Me?
Yes, everyone.
No.
It's a 120-foot radius of dex saving throws.
I'm using that.
15.
Okay.
If I don't pass, I'm dead. If I do pass, I'm probably also dead. I am
Damn
the
it.
wizard that can take
I
0
just
damage.
rolled on Kosho's thing. I didn't mean to roll Kosho.
I also got a 15.
Okay. Did nobody pass?
Hold on, I'm looking for something. I'll take it. I got an 18.
All right, give me a moment.
Oh
no, I get an advantage on athletics checks, not dex. No.
Let me double check I'm doing this right. Yeah, I am doing this right. All right. Everyone is going to take 59 points of damage as the dragon detonates into a giant
what kind of damage is
ball,
that?
into a giant ball of fire.
Can
I'll
I,
take-
How
as
much
a
damage?
reaction, do
How much
absorb
damage?
elements?
59.
59. Hold on. I'm resistant. I take half. Half of 59 is
28.
28.
You barely survived, didn't you?
4 health! 4
Wait, is it fire damage or force?
It is fire damage.
I'm gonna do absorb elements.
Okay.
Oh, I just nutted. If that wasn't fire damage, I'd be dead. Like 2 times over.
Nice. Fucking, what is that? How does this work? Hold on.
What is absorb elements is a reaction, right?
Yeah, it says lessening the effects coming into and storing it for the next melee attack. You have resistance on triggering the damage.
Hold on. As a reaction to it exploding, can I actually use my arcane shield generator?
That takes I think it's a bonus action to activate.
It doesn't say. No, it doesn't.
What does it say specifically? Because I may have just
It says
neglected to say anything.
produce an aura that increases the AC. Well, no, never mind, just AC.
Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, it increases AC. I think it's supposed to be a bonus action to activate it because it's a simple button. But let's see, absorb element. Let me check here. Yeah, one reaction. All right, take half damage. You become resistant. All right. So yeah, you became resistant to fire, so you take half the damage, Joe Ryan.
Oh, whoops. How do I fucking do that? I already... Oh, shit.
Well, you were at 28 last I had on here.
I know, but I already subtracted
26.
the fucking damage. So
You would have down
damage
regardless. You would have been down regardless because it was 29 points of damage for you. Okay.
Real quick, does my dragon form get any resistance?
No resistance.
Wait, hold on.
Unfortunately.
You said it was 20. It was I was at 28.
No, you were at 26. I said the wrong number. And it's 29 points of damage in total.
But did you subtract the 6? From absorb elements?
Oh, you take a d6? I can roll a d6 real quick.
No, it was 2d6 and I got a 2 and a 4.
2 and a 4. No, I did not. Well, that was for you to do. I didn't know that's what that did because I've never used that spell before. I guess you'd be up with like 1 point health then. So all of you are hit with a searing just heat from this explosion as this dragon detonates. Those of you that aren't as hardy as and prepared for this as others, getting launched into the air. Those of you who do keep conscious, you're all technically knocked unconscious from the shot, but the moment, like within moments of you getting hit by it, you do kind of regain consciousness. It's kind of like that blackout, like you get hit, you roll on the ground a little bit, wake up. Yeah,
like your ears ringing.
Yeah,
like
your ears are ringing. You guys can't hear anything. It is hard to see. Your vision is blurry. Everything's moving kind of in slow motion for those of you that are still awake. Calder, you notice off to your right, you see a very, very scorched Jabbers laying unconscious next to you. The king and the prince looking quite battered in the on the opposite side of a huge crater that has been formed by this explosion. Beyond them, you see Sarthstaagian troops rushing towards them as Almorian troops rush past you all to try to counter this attack. Who's down right now? I gotta ask that. Who else is down? I think Yotan is. But I could be wrong.
Doesn't he revert back to mask when he goes unconscious? Or is that only when he dies?
He reverts back only when he has to go down, and then once he's stabilized, he reverts back.
Okay. I'm still alive.
I think you should have less health. Oh no, you have 40. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah, you're barely up. Yotan is you can see Yotan like barely moving on the ground, like severely scorched. You see Kellic, his armor a like glowing orange color, as the fur underneath the armor is actually like singed and burned, and you see him like dragging himself across the ground towards Jabbers. As he is like, Kellic looks like he's on the edge of life. He looks barely conscious at the moment.
Is Urian alive?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, I'm gonna call out to him and everyone else. Come meet at Jabbers, because he's the unconscious one. Is Kosho alive?
Kosho? I think you're still alive.
Hold on. How
You
much?
have
How many
hit
points? How many hit points was I hit for during
59.
the blast? 59.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'm down.
You're down? Okay.
Yeah, I'm
Kosho is
down.
also nearby. He is
I'm gonna.
he's
How-
about
I
how
have healing spell
he's about
slots.
like
How-
15 feet from you. Like on one side Kosho's laying like face down in the dirt. His dragon form is dropped and he is just laying there like singed.
I'm gonna call Jotun to carry Kosho to me, and I'm gonna go to Jabbers and call everyone over.
Can I just do cure wounds on both of them?
You could.
All right, that's 8 hit points for both of them.
All right. Jabbers lets out a gasp, kind of staring into the sky, kind of in a panic. And you all hear him speak for the first time. Calder has heard this before. He says, "I thought I died."
Not on our watch, bud.
He kind of looks to you and gives a very weak nod and kind of looks over to Kellic, who finally got close enough to like be next to him. And he reaches a hand out and is going to touch Kellic and heal Kellic.
Was Kellic down?
Kellic has 3 health. Kellic is barely. Actually, he's going to cast Mass
Who did
Cure
you heal?
Wounds.
Who did you heal, Rob?
Whoever was downed.
The two that were
Kosho
down.
and yeah. So
Uh,
Chris is back up and
So
Jabbers is back
everyone take 15 more points of healing as Jabbers cast Mass Cure Wounds.
up. That's half my health.
And he is going. Jabbers is going to slowly get to his feet, kind of very weakly. You all kind of barely can hear anything, and most of your talking has been shouting. And as you kind of look towards the battlefield, you see the prince and the king. They seem to have joined the fight like immediately after this had
Oh,
occurred.
okay, good.
They seem to
I
have
was
gotten
gonna
up.
rush.
Yeah, they got up and they seem to have healed one another and kind of moved into the fight. They look quite charred and burned and beaten up, but they're still ready to go.
Wait, what is still going on besides that? I thought the dragon was dead.
Nope.
There's a
now the
war
troops-
going on.
There was troops behind the dragon. They
Oh,
sent
I
the
didn't
dragon
hear
in to
that.
weaken
Yeah.
everything. This is like a classic. Like I think they did this in
Strategy.
Lord of the Rings. I'm pretty sure they did this in Lord of the Rings, where they sent the big shit in first, and then everyone else came.
Depends. If you're talking about the Siege of Gondor, then yes.
I'm just a siege in general with big things.
Yeah, it was the Witch King that came on with the drakes and
Yeah.
burned Gondor, and then
Yep.
the orcs overran it.
That's essentially what he was trying to do, or Sarthstaag was trying to do, but
who's he? No.
no. Misinput. Calm the fuck down.
I was gonna cast a tiny hut around everyone just to stabilize and heal, but I think we don't need it. So
Yeah. Calder kind of looks, or not Calder, Jabbers. Fuck, naming all the wrong people. There's too many
names.
party members. Jabbers just looks towards the fight, kind of holding his side a little bit. You assume he's probably got a couple like busted ribs, and he turns away from the fight that's going on and is just going to start slowly limping towards the camps.
Well, I have more than enough health, being over half with only less than 20. So I'll look to Jotun and say, "Are you still capable of fighting?"
I'm just gonna flex my arm at him.
Sounds good. Anyone else? They can come with me. I'm gonna stay in the back just because I don't want to be hit with a stray attack, but I have
Oh.
a few more spell slots that I can use up for this cause.
When I was knocked unconscious, did that take me out of dragon form?
Yeah, you're knocked out of dragon form.
Can I summon it again?
You can bring it back, yeah, because it's you can do it at will.
Okay, splendid.
Okay.
I'd like to join him if possible.
You see Kellic take a swig of a potion and kind of straighten up a little bit.
Who needs a potion? I think I have one more. Yeah, I have one. Never mind, it's empty. Fuck. Hold on. My alchemy jug has a. That says poison, not potion. Okay.
Hate it when that
Alright, never mind.
happens.
I don't have healing. Smile.
That's okay. Everyone get close to me. All right, everyone come in. We're gonna have a little rally of the troops. How many people are around us right now?
It's the four of you and Kellic. Jabbers is walking back towards the camp.
All right. I'm gonna cast Mass Cure Wounds on all of us again,
Okay.
just for some extra health. But I can't use it too many times. 10, 17. Everyone gets 17.
Wow, very spicy. A lot of healing.
I'm back
going on
up
here.
to full HP.
When you're the wizard and 2 healing spells cap you over.
Wait, what was the total energy?
Literally.
17.
17. Yeah, I'm back to fucking full. While he does that, I'm gonna use my arcane recovery and recover 1 6th level spell slot.
Okay. Do I want to try to make this a battle? Do I actually want to try to go through this? Because there's like, both sides have like 1,000 soldiers.
Both sides are what?
It's like 1,000
1,000
soldiers
men
apiece.
each. It's like a full Warhammer battle.
Yeah,
Well,
like-
what I would do is like maybe
roll for masses of 100. I'd say.
yeah, roll
Yeah.
And
for
you only have 10 chunks.
roll
Yeah.
for like large
There are
squadrons, and
traditional
then I
horde
would
rules.
maybe have like a few highlighted soldiers for us to fight in particular. You know, like their own
Well,
Ajax or their own whatever.
Like you're looking at this army that had been with this dragon. They all seem to be just standard troops. They don't seem to be anything special. The dragon was their Hail Mary, and it was supposed to wipe everything out so they could easily walk through.
Well, even amongst regular people, there's usually ones that stand out.
True, but yeah.
That's what I was saying, like the Ajax or the Achilles or the whatever of their army.
My thought was I was just gonna have you guys roll a couple rolls, and based on
For
your rolls
sweeping
was gonna
damage?
be based on how much damage you were going to take and how many you were going to kill. Things of that nature, and then I was probably just gonna have you guys expend all spellcasters will have all their spell slots taken out. Like anything that you have that you can use over time, you would just use all of it for this fight.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
So here about let's do
mean,
this. Roll me.
yeah, you could
everyone roll me 5 d20 rolls.
What the? Okay.
I have a way I'm doing this.
As
And-
like, is this like
that's-
two like rounds worth or what?
58.
So I'm
Sounds
taking
fun
like each
for,
of the
like-
20. Each of the 20s is going to represent a different phase of it.
What's
Okay.
the number we have to pass?
Seems
Um,
fun for the caster.
pretty much the way it's going to be is if you roll a 10, you're going to take damage, but you're also going to get a couple kills. If you roll below a 10, you are only going to get hurt. If you roll a 15, you will not get hurt, but you will get some kills. And if you roll a 20, you are going to wipe out a bunch of people with these.
Okay, pause.
I
'cause
can't see
had
all the
something
numbers.
Oh,
cool
whoops!
I wanted
Here,
to
wait,
do.
wait.
What did you want to do? Actually, we'll do it.
There.
Let's discuss how we should do this. Let's do a little more discussion because I actually can't.
Yeah, I
see
was
all
gonna-
the-
If people want to do that, that's fine. But since I'm a spellcaster, there's a lot more to that than just
Yeah.
like.
Can I just summon animals?
Sure.
Conjure animals?
The issue with this kind of battle is there's no set way to do it, so it's so hard to figure. Like it's.
No, yeah.
I wasn't expecting you guys to
there's-
want to fight a full-on war right now.
There's
So,
several ways to do horde rules. From what I'm more accustomed
Make
to,
them
is
single hit.
you just do damage to the entire group, and then you split the damage to the individuals in that group. And then when the group is trying to attack you, I believe there's different counters for different dice, or I think it's like you're able to increase the amount of die that group is using based on the population of that horde. I don't remember exactly, but
yeah, I've never done
Rob,
a horde.
basically the bigger
Rob.
the horde, the bigger the damage, and the bigger the advantage they have.
What's up?
Rob, do you have any water spells like control
Yes.
water, tsunami? What spell?
I have. Hold on, where is it? If I was in the jaws of the dragon, my plan was to do freedom of the waves inside his body. So
What is
I
that?
have freedom of the waves. It creates a deluge of seawater, 15-foot radius, 10-foot tall cylinder, or a whirlpool, a water spout, etc.
Let's do it this way. The ones who want to cast spells, tell me the spells you want to cast, and we'll just each of you go in turns. And those that just have physical attacks, describe to me the way you want to fight, and then we can come up with the rules that are needed for that.
Cool beans.
I was gonna do two things. Can I do Freedom of the Waves in the middle of a crowd and then summon
Sharks? Sharks?
Well, if I can, something bigger, because I can do one thing challenge rating 2.
All right,
Well,
let's see.
pause.
Let's find a
Pause.
creature challenge
Pause.
rating
Pause.
2.
Pause. Pause. Pause.
Yeah.
Pause. I have the Decanter of Endless Water, which can summon 30 gallons of water that shoots out as a geyser 30 feet long and a foot wide. As a bonus action, you can aim that. So what I was going to say is you can shoot out a geyser of 30 feet water and then control that water into your whirlpool to make it, like, buffer.
I don't know if that's how that works.
Yeah.
It's up to DM, but okay.
He just kind of summons the water, like I don't.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know if he could, like, whirlpool that water with
So you said
his-
you can do one creature challenge rating 2.
Yeah, so I could do like a
There's a
giant
hunter-
eel,
there's a
giant
hunter
shark. Yeah, hunter shark, crayfish.
Plesiosaurus.
Crawdad.
You've never seen a. Well, you could probably summon a plesiosaurus technically.
Let's see what else can I do. I don't know what an auroch is. Cave bear, enormous tentacle. No idea.
hentai.
Hentai, of course.
If I do enormous tentacle, can I summon it in the water and then have it pull things into the whirlpool and drown them?
Essentially,
I'm doing that.
you're gonna do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I had an idea. I
Mr.
wanted to run it by you.
Yeah.
For what Calder wants to do.
Yeah.
Basically, Fireball only has a 20-foot radius sphere,
Shit.
right?
Yeah.
So, what I wanted to do was cast it and use my twin spell to... Hold on.
It doesn't work with twin spell.
I also can't do both my spells that I was going to say I was going to do.
Why? Because they're.
I ran out of spell slots.
Oh, you're out of
No,
spell
I ran out of
slots?
spell slots.
Oh, shit. Don't you still have the lightning cloud?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't know if I can do Freedom of the Waves and then shock the whole area, though. I don't know if that's how that works.
Are they both
Okay.
concentration spells?
No. Freedom of the Waves is instantaneous.
Then technically, I would allow it for this.
Okay. Shit, I'll just do like a fucking whirlpool of water that sucks people in. I'm just chucking lightning bolts.
All right.
I'm a fucking god right now.
Coach,
The god of
how
nature.
do you want to go about this? I already have ideas for Kellic, so how do you want to go about this?
I think I'm gonna summon dragon form, and I'm just gonna start flying around and using my breath weapon on peeps.
Okay.
And then I guess in between breath attacks, whenever I'm able to, I'll start, giving them the good old fisticuffs and rotating in and out of Hand of Harm and Hand of Healing. Whether it's me healing troops or actual party members.
Okay. Yotan.
Dude, I honestly have no idea. My character's not really designed for this. Like,
We'll
He could
just
just
say
do-
you're going in and just like tearing people in half. You're definitely lowering morale. Let's go that way.
Oh. What you could do is you could grapple someone and, like, take them by the legs and swing them around. And just, like, throw other people
Essentially,
into groups of
I'm
enemies.
actually turning this
What the
into.
fuck?
I'm not gonna
I
have you
think
guys
that'd be
roll
fun.
anything if it doesn't require a roll. I would totally allow Yotan to just start picking up people and start flinging them around.
And just throwing them. Yeah, I think that would be fucking
because
hilarious.
he is
That's so
raging,
funny.
or he could rage again, and he would probably hit all these guys because they don't have a high AC. So
So, what Calder wants to try and do is
Mhm.
instead of twin spell casting 2 separate fireballs, he wants to cast a single fireball, but make its range larger. Like, make the AoE giant and just send like a bomb into the back of their
Oh,
fighting
he's
line.
spirit bombing these motherfuckers.
Yeah, and like Calder will use health if he has to like increase this. And like he wants this instead of like a 20-foot radius, he wants it to be like a 50-foot radius. Like make it giant.
I would say you would take a long time to do this, and you're going to burn a lot of spell slots. I'm going to essentially say when you guys are done with this fight, you will have no spell slots. You will have no.
I
time.
am
So,
perfectly fine with this being
Yeah.
the only thing I do.
You
I just want to
Same.
cast
Yeah.
a nuke.
You
into
take a
their back.
long time to pretty much make the sun.
Yeah, like
drop it.
here comes the sun.
Dude, playing super nice music as people are just tearing each other apart.
Yeah, it's like
and then
what's that sound?
you all would see Kellic like doing like spin moves and shit with this glaive, like taking people's heads off, hitting one attack and then turning around. He's a Beyblade. He's a Beyblade. He's spinning. Okay, yeah. So as this fight ensues, and what happened?
Real fast. I just saw that for Freedom of the Waves, if they fail their strength check, they become prone, which means that they think they automatically fail a dex save.
No, prone does not make them fail a dex save.
Oh, okay, never mind then.
I'm not even gonna make them roll because they're. I'm looking at their stat sheet. There's a chance they could they could
Let me
survive
see
some
how
of the
much
stuff,
damage I could
but at the
roll.
rate that it's going, they're
That's
not going to
garbage.
survive. So you all go into this fight, Yotan just doing what you do best, tearing people to pieces, beating people with other people.
We should have grabbed Rat Dog for this.
I know, he would have fucking destroyed the dragon single-handedly.
You see the king and the prince both kind of back to back taking on troops, casting spells and slashing through troops. These Sarthstaag troops. Kellic, not too far from them, just cutting down people, blocking attacks, taking a few hits himself, and then kind of retaliating and just ripping people to shreds. Calder waiting in the back ever so patiently as he slowly builds up this fireball.
It's literally just like he's holding his hands together, and just a light is getting brighter and brighter and brighter, as like literally his hair is like roaring flames, like it's hot to be near him.
Yeah, I'm picturing.
He's
Already
exuding
is.
plasma.
And he just unfucking nuke.
It goes quiet. You just hear.
I am become death, the destroyer of
And
worlds.
literally, it's the case where Calder can sculpt spell on evocation spells,
Yeah.
so he can make sure it doesn't affect any
Any
of the
Almorian
Almorian
troops.
troops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Kosho flying about, just breathing fire on enemies as he passes by before diving in and just like tackling someone to the ground before just like kicking several people around, going back into the air and doing it again.
It probably would be biting people too.
Yeah, you'd be just biting, slashing, punching, just going full on animalistic. And then Orion casting his whirlpool of water, just swirling people around as he strikes the water with light. I'm going to say they would fail a dex save in water against lightning. Like, you're not going to pass that. But after about probably 30 minutes or so of fighting, I would say those who were within the fray, and the damage isn't going to matter. The ones who were like in the fray themselves would probably take like 40 points of damage and would be still on their feet. Whatever is going to keep them on their feet. They would be barely on their feet at the end of this fight. Kellic would be torn to ribbons and just covered in both his blood and other people's blood. And the prince and the king would also look quite battered and beaten as well. But this fight would end with more Sarthstagian troops being dead than Almorian. There were a few Almorian casualties, but at the end of the fight, you all find yourself standing there in a blood-soaked field, looking about at the carnage that just had ensued, the crater that sat between you all and the dome behind you. And as you all are kind of looking around, you start hearing some of the troops cheering as they're celebrating this victory they had over Sarthstaag.
I would like to loot the bodies. Okay.
That's a lot.
Every
of loot.
single one of them.
Every single one. I want all of their personal belongings. I'm going to mail them back to the home country with my shit wiped on it.
Oh my god.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Yeah, so you all are standing there kind of after this fight, bloodied, beaten, but victorious. After everything you've been through. What would you guys like to do now that you are out of combat?
Level up.
Take a long
Dear
rest.
God, yeah.
We'll get to that in a minute. That's why I said no leveling up yet, because I had this ready. Okay, so you all begin to head your way back towards the camp. Because you guys can't exactly get in the dome without permission yet. Unless you want to go to the dome and try to get in. But Jabbers is also at the camp, I will say that.
No, we'll just stay at the camp. Or I'll stay at the camp at least.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll stay at camp as well.
You all kind of head back to the camp. There are several medical individuals, like guild members that seem to be in like medical equipment, rushing out and like as like injured soldiers come up, they like drag them over to like this makeshift infirmary they have, and start like.
I want to help out people on the field. Like, I don't want to go back to camp. I want to also help out with the healing and physician stuff.
Okay. Is everyone else going back to camp?
Yeah.
Like, even if I'm fucking pale as shit, you know, burn marks and, you know, stab wounds all over
Actually-
my body, I don't give a fuck. I want to help these people.
I'm gonna loot the battlefield.
Oh my God, we just said that. That's stupid.
I will say this, Yotan. You actually, for the first time ever, have a feeling of exhaustion over you. You feel tired for the first time that you have ever felt.
There'd be a reason for this. This is kind of sus, otherwise. But I'd go back to camp then.
And I'm not saying this to like keep you from looting. Like this is how like your character would be tired like the rest of the party right now.
This is a progression point.
Yes, progression point. You all head back to the camp, except for Kosho, who's helping with the wounded and battered on the battlefield. The rest of you heading back to camp, finding Jabbers sitting near one of the medical tents, kind of. He seems to have something around, like he has a sling around one arm, and seems to be drinking a healing potion as he's sitting there, kind of with his head down a little bit. Like he drinks the potion, kind of lets his head hang for a moment, just kind of sits there in silence next to this tent. You also see, as you guys kind of move into the camp, you do see that centaur rush out past you all towards the battlefield, kind of like running full speed towards the battlefield. What would you guys like to do now that you are back in camp, though?
Rest.
Rest. Okay. You all kind of gather a space, finding yourselves, finding a way to get easily comfortable after everything that has happened. Kosho, though, we'll jump to him real quick. You see as the centaur, which Salazar, comes rushing out in the field. You watch as he and the prince move around, and they proceed to resurrect some of the fallen troops, kind of bringing them back after they had fallen. Immediately after doing so, sending them off with one of the medical team members and going on to the next one. You see him do this with probably a good dozen or so of these individuals before the prince kind of says something to Salazar and very tiredly makes his way back towards the camp. He's no longer in the lichen form. He is now just as himself again.
Right. Okay. Can I use an Arcana check to see how they're resurrecting their kin?
Sure. It's not going to be a high check, but sure.
11.
Okay. You can tell the prince himself is using his clerical abilities. As you know, he is a cleric. He seems to be resurrecting using divine magics. Salazar, on the other hand, it seems to be more natural, more druidic, as he is the archdruid of Elmoria. And you see as he kind of resurrects these people, he seems to almost like drop a seed upon their chest that seems to sink in, and a flower kind of blooms from their chest for a moment, and they kind of wake up, and the flower withers away and falls off.
Okay.
Do I know what kind of flower it is?
You wouldn't be around to see it. You went back to camp. This is on the
Good.
battlefield.
Okay. Alrighty. Am I currently helping a patient as these two walk in, or?
You saw Salazar come rushing in as you were like helping one of the medical members like drag one person off to the side a little bit who looks to have
Okay.
like had severe injuries to his legs. And
Gotcha.
you would watch them as you are like assisting them to like get this individual into like I guess a stretcher essentially, or like a sled of sorts, so they could be dragged back to camp.
Okay. I turn to Salazar and the prince, and I say, "Good sirs, your majesty, how can I help you in the wake of our steadfast victory?"
I feel that you've probably done enough for us. You should probably rest. The rest of us can clean up this, well, the aftermath of all of this. He kind of looks over the field. Still a few. There's still several uh, dead Almorian troops around, but he looks a little saddened by the fact that they've lost men. But at the same time, there is a kind of it's overtaken more so by the not pride, but the satisfaction of the victory that you all helped acquire. And he looks back to you and just says, "If you all weren't here, this fight probably would have gone much differently." He kind
Well,
of
thank you for your honesty.
You're
he kind of
welcome.
pats you on the shoulder, and he just says, "You're what you have done here today will be remembered." And he kind of turns away from you and kind of slowly starts going towards the camp. Kind of, you can now tell that he is like very wounded. He's like holding his chest a little bit, like clearly probably the same thing as Jabber's. Probably had some like broken bones and other things that he just hasn't been paying attention to until just now that the adrenaline's gone. And he does seem to be like there is a bit of blood like trickling ever so slowly from his armor as he's kind of like making his way back.
I hold up a hand for a moment, and I motion to him, and I say, "Here, allow me at least, and take this as a parting parting gift." And I use my hand of healing
Okay, how many points?
to heal him. Drum roll, please.
Okay, I'm done.
Okay.
He gets 9
Stop.
points of healing.
Okay, so portion of the bleeding goes away. It stops. There's still a tiny bit, but he's not bleeding as badly as he was. He kind of nods to you and says,
The least I can do.
"Yeah." He nods to you in not satisfaction, in like gratitude, and continues to kind of like make his way towards the camp.
Is there anything wrong with Salazar, or is man being chillin'?
Salazar didn't go in the fight. He stayed back.
Ah, yes.
He kind of watches the
Alrighty then.
prince for a moment, turns towards you and gestures to the ring on your hand, and he says, "I see that you've been gifted with the Same thing the king has been.
For now.
What do you mean by for now? He's kind of curious of you, like kind of giving you like a look of. He is fascinated on like the idea of that you have the same thing the king has.
My relationship with Rothshire, although we are both seen in a positive light, I feel that one day or the other, things may not always be the same.
Well,
I'm still adjusting to the light.
I see. Well, if it is any reassurance, she is a wonderful god to follow. I do not personally follow her, but the slight bit of experience I've had with her has been pleasant.
She certainly knows how to guide ones to fulfillment.
That she does. And he kind of like looks over to the king, who's like, he's not ordering people, but he is like talking with some of his men and like telling them like kind of what is going to need to be done. He looks less beaten than the prince was, and he looks, for his older age, he seems to be very spry for as old as he is.
Can I get a definition? Can you use it in a sentence? I don't know what that word means.
Of spry?
Yeah.
Like uppity?
Like,
No, spry
Like-
means like agile,
Yeah, like
Yeah.
he's like
able-bodied.
yeah, he seems like he can move like he is very like young, even though he seems to be a very old individual. Like looking at the king himself, he probably looks to be in like his 60s, maybe his 70s, and he is still moving as if he was in his 20s. I hear just rapid typing because he's like, I gotta get his age.
I'm trying to look up how to spell the word.
I don't know how to spell spry. I just know how to say it.
Probably S-P-R-Y, but cool. I guess.
But yeah, so
That's it,
Kosho,
right?
you're out in the field though. And after like Salvador says that to you, he kind of bids you
Bid him-
like
Bid him a good day.
Yeah, he bids you a good day and kind of goes on to help the king. Are you gonna go back to
After
camp?
this, I'd help out with whatever remaining tasks there are, and then I'd go back to camp.
You would probably after.
Also,
Oh,
I guess as a little aesthetic thing. So from the fight, as I said earlier, I was very battle damaged and battle scarred. I guess from all the dragon breath shit. And so I guess from this, the what is it? The Way of Mercy mask that I would have had is now destroyed, as well as my voluptuous robes are now destroyed as well. So I'm gonna have to find some new garb in the meantime.
What type of robes? What robes?
Monk robes.
Voluptuous.
Robes?
Dude,
What,
his
boob robes?
They're
his
big,
robes
bro.
are thick, bro.
Yeah, I got some thick robes, dude. Come on now.
Boob
Put some
robes?
respect on my name. But no, yeah, so I guess at this time I'd find, I don't know, whether there's, I guess,
You would be able to find
Almoria
someone,
garb or some
you would
sort
be able
of...
to find someone who could repair your garb.
Okay.
Which would take some time, but they do give you like spare stuff to wear until it is prepared. It's just commoner clothing. It's like a simple like tunic and pants.
Okay. Yeah. Alrighty. No, but I wouldn't be getting a new mask. That's the one thing.
The mask, I would say, in the fight, you would have been struck like in the face while wearing it. Actually, in the dragon form, you can't wear it because your head would change.
Right.
But at some point, when the dragon
I just meant
hit you,
prior to that.
I would say when the dragon hit you with its tail, that's when the mask broke, because that was before you transformed.
Okay.
I would say
Cool.
when you were on the ground, the tail slammed into you. It like the mask broke into 3 chunks on your face. And you were just kind of like dazed there for a second, like, holy shit, that was a big hit. But you all find yourself a place to rest within the camp. The night, as it comes after the battle, the sun sets not too long after this fight has ended. But as you all kind of like settle in for the night, the Hopebringers that you had seen here the first day that you had arrived begin to play music that night in celebration. Drinks get kind of carried out, food gets distributed between everyone, and if there was anything you guys wish to do during the night, during this little celebration that they're having of their victory, this would be the time to do it.
Calder's
I'm gonna
gonna
go out into
approach
the field.
Prince.
You're going out into the field?
Yep.
Okay.
Calder is approaching the prince.
All right.
He needs to chat.
Anyone else want to do anything before we start going into this stuff?
I'll accompany. Let's see. Wait, Orion, where are you heading?
He's going out in the field.
The field.
Like towards the battle, I'm saying? Like the crater? Is that where you're going, Orion? Like towards the crater and stuff?
The main battlefield with everyone.
Yeah, that's where the crater was. The crater, and then there's the battlefield after that. There was the dragon battlefield, which has been destroyed, and then there's the other.
Actually, I'll head wherever Kellick's going.
Kellick is going to go drinking with
that
the soldiers.
Sounds splendid.
Kellick is going to go drinking with the soldiers because he needs to unwind.
That sounds splendid. No, yeah, I think Kosho would want to at least try and get to know more about the people that he's fighting alongside. So he's going to go out and have some merriment.
We can RP with you and Kellick at some point, and Jabbers would have joined him because he would have convinced Jabbers to come along, and is also probably going to be spamming him with questions about how Jabbers can suddenly talk. But we'll do Calder first. So Calder, you find the prince. He is out of his armor. He seems to be heavily bandaged. Several different, like he has a lot of bandages on like various parts of him. You do see that there has been a little bit, like you can see a few stitches underneath his like rib cage because he's not exactly wearing like a full shirt. It's like this. It's almost like a tank top is essentially what he's wearing.
A wife beater.
Yeah, and it's essentially to allow like the wounds around his ribs not to touch any fabric. Is essentially what he's doing. He's trying to let them air out, type deal.
Right.
And he seems to be standing with some of the troops. He seems to have an ale in hand, kind of standing out. He's like off to the side, listening to them talk.
Right.
The prince is actually just Andrew Tate.
Yes. I was thinking more of a Channing Tatum, but yeah.
Jesus. I'll walk up and be like, "Hey, I hope I'm not bothering you right now, but I have a few questions."
No, you're not. What is it that you need? And he kind of like turns and like kind of guides you away from this crowd.
Yeah. Once we're like decently away from people, I'll be like, "So, I met with Zeldriff a while ago while I was still with the party, and I was talking to him, and apparently, you had, after we had cured your lycanthropy and your curse, you still have your lycanthropy, the ability to fully transform. Yet you have full control, correct?"
Yes.
I see. And how long did this take to occur? Was it immediate once we left that you figured this out?
It was during our first battle. I was struck by a warhammer in the back of the head, and in a rage, I seemed to change, and learned later that I could just do it at will.
Mm-hmm. And this full control, no talking in the head from you know who, none of that stuff?
No, there's none of that. I do occasionally have in battle the urge to try to bite other individuals, but, well, I can control that.
Gotcha. Well, understood. And I don't know if you've talked to Zeldrif recently, but he's been, keeping an eye on things, but every time he tries to check in on you, he
No, not him. It's when he
or
checks on
yeah,
it. He tries to look at
every
Aaron.
time, yeah, when he's trying to check in on the person that we made the deal with for the cure, all we get is you, and we don't know their whereabouts, but I know Zeldrif is working hard on that to fix his scrying so that it actually is bypassing their proof. But this deflection is new, where it deflects a scry onto you. And we don't know if this is because of the blood we gave them, but we're working to try and I am gonna try to replicate it with my own sample. So
Your own sample?
yes, there has to be a way of using someone else's blood, like um the ones we gave that in that trade deal for the cure, how we gave your blood. They're they have to be using that to deflect the scry, and so I'm willing and able to give my own blood to try the same thing. And I might talk to Zeldrif or Garrison on the way when we have some time to try and replicate that sort of thing,
Gotcha.
just to see if we can find a workaround from it. So
I see. Well,
I was just letting you know if you didn't know, just so that if something were to happen, then you were informed.
Zeldrif had mentioned it to me via a sending spell, but he didn't give me much detail, mainly due to the spell being limited.
Well, it is all just theory, since we don't have much to test as of now. We've kind of been hurrying over here to Stone Farm to assist in the war front. I
Mhm.
took a small, very small detour. That's why I was a little later than the party.
This information is good, and we may. It may be advisable to try to find this individual. If they're using me as a cover up, they're obviously not up to anything good.
Yeah, and that's the fear is that they're working with Sarthstaag, but I don't believe that there is an intent to do something such a thing. But we never know nowadays. So
I would not put it against Sarthstaag to do such a thing,
yeah,
but it also seems much beyond their normal tactics.
right. So I'll keep an eye out for things, and I'll be in touch via Garrison and such. So that's all I had to let you know and to ask you.
Well, I appreciate it. It is very nice to know that, well, the ones who saved me before are still looking out for me.
Of course. And I'll kind of like shake his hand and lead him back to the group that he was talking to or sitting beside.
Mhm.
And I'll take my leave back to the wherever we were allowed to kind of sit.
Yeah, it's just kind of like people made camp wherever. You just kind of found a space and, like, dropped your shit.
Yeah, I'll go back there and start going through my spells and stuff like that. Just looking at some things.
Okay. Orion messaged me. Let me see here. Orion, as you go out of the field, let's see. Okay, you spend quite a bit of time out in this field. Um, How are you doing? Are you digging holes, or are you just using the crater?
I can do both. I'll probably see as much as I can fit in the crater, and then I'll.
You would be able to fit like most of the soldiers that are left out there in the crater.
Yeah, I
It's
just want to
This
patch up a
crater
hole
is
in the crater.
120 feet in diameter. No, it is 240 feet in diameter.
Spending my time burying bodies.
Okay, so you're out there for a long time, and after probably a few hours of like doing this, you do notice that there are uh, that Salazar and a few other individuals that weren't the soldiers kind of have taken notice and come out to aid you in this. Uh, and without really saying anything, they just kind of, as you notice them, they kind of give you a nod and like help you drag bodies into this hole.
I don't even acknowledge them. I'm just like so.
Well, it's like as you
in
look,
a
like as
daze.
you like look at them, like even if you're not realizing you do, they just kind of give you a nod and then just kind of like do their thing. And it's probably late into the night. It's probably around the time that the festivities would be ending, is when you would be like leaving this. And as you
I
would
just
be
want
kind
to
of like,
peacefully send them off.
yeah, and Salazar would probably be the last one to stay out there with you during the time. And as you both kind of sit there, the body's kind of like burning within this pit before he kind of like helps bury it via magic. He kind of turns to you afterwards, uh, and he like as he kind of like turns towards you and tries to like have conversation with you. He says, "How has your journey been with these individuals that you
I'm
traveled
going
with?"
to turn to him very solemnly with sunken eyes and just say, "We must all return to nature one day," and just walk away.
He
Just
kind of
walk away.
he kind of stops for a moment, like he's taken aback a little bit, but at the same time he's like he doesn't like let you get too far away. He kind of comes up to your side again and just says, "I have to agree with that. I assume this fight was a bit much for you."
It was a lot of destruction, and I'm gonna look over across the field and the burned grass and the craters in there, and just kind of look over at all the dead bodies that we moved to the pit.
He kind of gives you a nod and just says, "Well, with destruction comes creation. What has been destroyed will come back anew."
I'm just gonna silently nod. Maybe grow a little flower at my feet as I walk away with Druidcraft.
He just kind of staying beside you as you kind of walk back, and he just says, "I spoke to someone who knows you quite well, spoke very highly of you."
I'm gonna kind of raise my eyebrows. There's not too many people that know me very well these days. I don't even think I know myself sometimes.
Well, when he spoke of you, he spoke of someone who seemed very optimistic and very altruistic at times as well.
I try. When I found out that I was more attuned to the wildfire of nature, I felt that I needed to be careful. I needed to wreath the control of it and make sure that it's not used for destruction of nature, but more so the repurposing nature.
Then you are using your gift correctly. Though,
I had an old friend tell me that the path of the healer is a good option. I'm going to show him the staff that Baco gave me.
he kind of gives you a nod and he says, "Then the path you are taking seems very fitting for what you've done here. even though destruction has come, there will be healing afterwards. And I will say, I would recommend not holding back. You know your own strengths, or you'll learn them. And you shouldn't hold back just because there's a little destruction that will come. For that little extra power behind your flame might be the thing that saves you.
I appreciate it.
Kind of nods at you, like, again, and walks with you in silence to the camp. Unless you have anything else to say to him.
I have nothing else to say to him, no.
Okay. So you two return to the camp late into the night. The last one, Kosho. You go out.
Yeah, buddy.
You go out with Kellic and Jabbers, who Kellic completely stripped of his armor, got patched up. You notice that he's walking around with he's just in a pair of pants. He's not even wearing a shirt because he's just covered in stitches.
Yeah.
He got torn up and he got patched up and he's not wearing a shirt. He don't care. And he seems to be in a very light spirit, very light spirit. Seems very happy. Happier than you have seen him in a while. And you don't know if it's the fact that he got to get into a huge fight or if it's the fact that Jabbers is back, but it's him walking around. Jabbers is wearing a sling on his right arm, has a few stitches here and there, but other than that, he mostly had gotten burned, and most of it had been fixed via either the potions or magic that had been cast on him. But you guys end up finding a nice spot, kind of drinking, talking to various individuals. What would you like to talk to Kellic about, though, as you get the chance to speak with him?
I guess I'd just say to Kellic, so, do you think that battle will be good enough to prove to the king that you're a champion of the lands?
Kind of gives you a partial grin a little bit. He says, I think it'll be enough to at least be remembered. Maybe the bards will sing about this.
I bet it'll be a mighty fine tune.
He looks to Jabbers, who kind of gives a little shrug, kind of strums a bit on his lute a little bit. He doesn't say anything, but he's strumming on his lute a little bit.
Splendid.
He looks to you and just says, what did you think of that fight? You did some pretty interesting things out there.
Every fight we've had has shown me that there's always some mystical or bizarre nonsense that is one step ahead of the human intuition. I'm glad to be with y'all. Or I'm glad to be around a party like you all. Monks wouldn't say y'all, that's stupid.
He's a country monk. He's from back hill swamp.
The fucking the waters of immortality made him turn into a southern hick.
Yes.
It was moonshine, not water.
No, yeah, it's moonshine with flies in it.
The well of moonshine. It's our sacred well.
Oh my god. It's even
Honestly,
worse.
moonshine sounds like a magical drink.
It does sound like a magical drink.
Unfortunately, Kosho had to sacrifice numerous, innocent lives in order to get it.
To get
Which,
the
I mean,
moonshine.
it's only standard, right? If you're trying to get the lean, if you're trying to get the walk,
I feel making moonshine has the chance of sacrificing many lives, depending on how bad you are at making it.
Depends how big the bathtub is.
How big the bathtub? Shit. Anyways. Yeah, he turns to you and says, after he said, you did some pretty interesting things out there. Oh yeah, you made your comment about your thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's going to say, I don't really think about that. I just kind of do what I feel is right.
Last time I did that, I got into a very dicey situation. I've been trying to watch over everything within this new world. And so far, I still feel like a child.
To be honest with you, I kind of feel the same about a lot of the things I've done, but, you know, I just avoid them now, the things that have caused the issues that I had.
How do you avoid it? It will always come back to you, no matter what. Life is circular, as if it rotates.
It's mainly people that I try to avoid. Certain people, one of which, well, you all met before I died.
How do you mean?
That Tabaxi in Greyborough.
Oh
We have
my.
a history. Something a bit regrettable on my mind.
Was it something you chose of your own will?
At first, and then it became a bit much. And then it became a danger. And so I ran. I didn't think she'd find me there, but it seems that she caught up.
Well, from what I've learned within the past few months within this new world, is that the past doesn't necessarily define who you are now. And although if it tries to come up, if it does come after you, then you will have the means to face it.
Kind of gives you a couple nods. And just. That's a good thing to hear. Very, very wise thing to say.
Not my own. Or it was a memento that only the divine could give me.
Well, it seems lucky. You seem lucky that you have something like that.
We all have a place in this world. And I believe I'm learning that. At least learning my own place now.
I think. Well, to be honest, I think amongst this party is the only place I belong now.
Well, good. It means that every night is a disco night.
He kind of tilts his head a little bit and it's like, disco?
What? Do you not remember? That's the group name.
Oh, right.
Orion and Calder, I believe, were the ones who came up with it. I'm still not entirely sure of this tradition, but it's what they've told me. So
I completely forgot about that. I've been so
We did
focused
what?
on everything
We
else.
also changed their name recently, I'm pretty sure.
oh, we did.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me
Wait, so
find
what is it now? Is it no longer Disco Inferno?
No, it's not. We
What?
made it a joke one.
It's like flaming something, I thought.
No, there's another one.
I don't have it written down. That's up to you guys.
Yeah, I wasn't.
remember.
Oh, I wasn't here for that.
I put it in chat somewhere.
It was you guys have been indecisive that I just haven't written it down. It's just like it changes. So it's just like I'm not even gonna try until they're
Write
like,
it
this is
in
the name.
the session chat.
I don't think it's in session chat.
It's somewhere, but Kellett gives you a laugh as you kind of say this to him.
It was like Doug's Calvary or something like that.
Yes, I remember. That was the last session you guys said that because the horse's name
Mighty
was Doug.
Doug's Calvary. There we go.
Because you guys because of Kellick's horse Doug. Oh, that's funny.
Oh my god.
You mean the human Doug who got
Yes.
permanently polymorphed into a horse?
The canon story that you think is canon because it's funny, and I'm not against making it canon, but at the same time I'm not
He
going
is
to say
neither
it.
confirmed nor denied.
It's just it's like a fan thing that just like the developers are like, we're not going to say whether it's there or not, and everyone's like, it's there, it's there. That's what's happening. Yeah, but Kelly kind of gives you a laugh before kind of downing what's left of the ale that he has, and kind of lets out a belch, settles down again a little bit, and you have anything else you want to say to Kellic? Any other conversation pieces?
I believe. Who else is around us at this moment? Is it
Jabbers,
mainly soldiers?
it's mainly the soldiers. There are a couple of the hope bringers around, which are like the bards that you saw when you guys came in. You saw these bards kind of like playing games and playing music in one of the tents.
Mm-hmm.
There's a couple of them kind of about and kind of here and there, scattered amongst the soldiers and some of the guild individuals that are kind of like with the soldiers that are, some of them are blacksmiths, some of them are just craftsmen, some of them medical individuals, stuff like that. And there's Jabbers that's sitting next to you guys playing his lute quietly.
Kicking his feet in the booth.
Trying to think if there's any friendly shenanigans that we could impose, but I don't know if now is the time.
You guys are celebrating. There is a celebration happening. I don't know.
Nah. No, yeah, I guess I'll just enjoy however much time I have left with these two before either moving back to camp or let's see. What time is it right now? I'm guessing in
I would
game it's like
say, at this point,
after dark.
It is, yeah, it's much after dark. You probably have a few
Okay.
more hours until like midnight, but it's
Hmm.
probably roughly around like 10ish at night. But you can
Yeah, I guess
you wouldn't entirely know because of your tired state.
okay. I guess after this escapade, when we return to camp, I guess I'll ask around whether the prince or any of the other strategy officers have started making a plan for the next defensive coordination.
You'd be able to find the prince. The king doesn't seem to be anywhere around. You don't see him anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
You do see the prince standing with a couple of like higher ranked individuals. He's not really saying anything. He was mostly listening. And it would be roughly around the point. Actually, no. This Calder's conversation would have been long before this. So yeah, he's just sitting there with like mostly empty ale in his hand, just kind of listening to these individuals.
Nice. Okay. What sort of plans are the officers talking about? If I'm able to peek in, am I able to walk in on this?
So the individuals that are kind of like in the circle, you can hear them. They're talking quite boisterously. They seem to be talking about like moments within the fight.
Yeah.
They seem to be talking about they're doing a highlight reel, what you could call a highlight reel in medieval times. They're like you see some of them like reenacting like strikes and stuff like that, and it's like a bunch of college students that just like won a football game.
Cool.
And he's just sitting there, just kind of like smiling and enjoying their little show they're putting on.
The powwow.
Yeah. So what would you like to do?
What are specifically what are the highlights? Like I'm guessing the dragon, obviously. Did they talk about what sort of amethyst geode was in its eye, or anything about the control systems, or
They're not talking about the dragon because none of the troops took part in the dragon fight.
okay.
they stood back because they were afraid of the dragon.
Their
Their courage
right.
kind of left them when this winged beast appeared.
Okay.
Um,
If it's just highlights, then I probably shouldn't be here.
yeah, it's mainly them like talking about like how they like took down like 5 soldiers at the same time and shit like that, and like it's them joking around and like making just being pretty much children essentially. It's like being a part of like any group of Marines you would find at like a bar, which I have experienced. They are the best group of people to hang out with at a bar is a group of Marines. They're
I
so
would
much
go over there and
more
one up them by telling them about how I turned into a half dragon, half humanoid, and started burning alive the enemy. But we're just gonna go back to camp. And
It's just that scene from Avengers. Is that
Bum,
all you did?
Is that all you
It's
did?
a great War Machine story.
Yeah. It's a great War Machine story, man, I swear. All right, so you go back to camp. Did Yotan want to do anything? Because he didn't say anything. I don't know if he's active.
I'll just take a long rest.
He's taking a long rest? All right. All right. You all gather back at the camp roughly around midnight, 1-ish in the morning. You're all back together, finding sleep quickly overtaking all of you. With a seamless, dreamless night due to being too exhausted to have dreams. Because why would you have dreams after nearly dying?
Long rest.
You get a long rest,
Oh,
and
God.
that's where we're going to
level
end
up.
We're going to end the
16
session.
spell slots. 16 spell slots. Oh my god.
Yes, you take your long rest, and I will say you do level up.
Yes,
Yeah.
Congrats, you
Let's
defeated
fucking
my
go.
adult augmented dragon. Congrats.
Ooh, do I want another
Ooh.
feature? That's the question.
Here's the best part about that fight too. That dragon stat block, I made it an hour before the session. Because
Gotcha.
I am a madman. I
All
will.
right.
Yeah. So yeah, you guys leveled up. We hope you guys enjoyed, because we're gonna do a little bit of talking after we're done with this. We hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, follow us on Twitch. Turn on those notifications so you get updated you get notified when we go live. Join the Discord for notifications there as well as being able to talk to others within the community. And if we get the community big enough, possibly partaking in events that we may do in the future if we ever get popular enough. And the last way is to follow the Twitter, where I try to keep everyone up to date. Some days it's a little hard because we're not entirely sure exactly when things are happening. But I try my best. And if you want to catch up on previous episodes, we have a YouTube page curated just for those who want to catch up, starting from beginning to current or end of a campaign. Go check that out. And as always, we hope you guys enjoyed. Hope to see you in the next one. Peace.